Welcome to the Cases of Costa Vega. I'm Rick Budd, your GM, and I am super excited to be here with these incredible people. Caitlin Bruder. Hello, Caitlin.
Hi.
And Draconics. Hey, Drac.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
I'm so excited and only a tiny bit nervous.
I think I'm more parts excited than nervous.
I feel both of those. So, all right, let's get through this fast. First, I want to send some special thanks to Jake Kyle, who's helping us produce the show like he did with Power Play. Jake, you were awesome. And also thanks to Lauren and everyone at QueueTimes. But most importantly, to our mods. You are all the bestest, and we seriously love you. And your subs and your bits help support QueueTimes, and your donations to the tip jar help support this show and the people on it. And if you can't support by donating, you can always help us by liking and commenting on our YouTube videos and sharing our tweets and stuff like that. And we definitely appreciate all that too. You can follow the show at Cases RPG on Twitter and at Cases TTRPG on Instagram. Sorry, we couldn't make that work. And you can always check out www.casesrpg.com, which right now is just our link tree, but who knows what it could become someday. So check in there. Like the link tree will grow too. So, and the Cases of Costa Vega will also be a podcast. So if you're among the podcast inclined, look for it wherever fine pods are casted, or check our Twitter account for updates on when it's going to drop. Finally, I feel like I should say this show is very lighthearted, but it is a murder mystery show, and like Psych or Monk, or sort of like those comedy mystery shows. People die. There are very light acts of violence, here or there, and nothing gruesome or anything like that. But I don't know. Just wanted everyone to be warned. And I think that's all the announcements. Time for the first case of the week. Hi. So, first of all, I want to throw a big thank you to Scott Fitzpatrick for the incredible theme music you just heard.
It's so good.
Yeah, he's a miracle worker. Thank you, Scott,
incredible.
so much. And thank you to one Caitlin Bruder for making the amazing title sequence, which I love so much. I watched it like 50 times last night. So thanks, y'all. Now, the system we use here is based on the AMARANTHINE system created by our own Caitlin Bruder. She does title sequences. She makes up game systems. It's really, she's incredible. And Caitlin, thank you for making the system.
I'm just chilling. I'm just making stuff. We're just having a good time.
What can't Caitlin do really? I don't really
A
know.
backflip, a somersault, even. Not my forte.
If you really tried, I bet you could.
I bet you could.
Touch my toes. That will never happen in my life.
So the system is the AMARANTHINE system created by Caitlin, and the version we used here was sort of developed by all of us with a little help from our buddy Rich Molina. So thank you, Rich, for all your great suggestions. And if you want to play it yourself, the Cases of Costa Vega version is available as a pay what you want product somewhere on itch.io. You can find it on Caitlin's itch.io. Itch.io. I don't even know how to say that, man.
It's vibes.
Yeah, whichever one sounds cooler to you, I guess. Caitlin's got an itch.io page. It's Bruder Caitlin at itch.io, and we'll tweet out links to the game and stuff like that. It's it is a D6 system. Real quick, whenever something is in doubt, I will secretly assign it a difficulty class of 1 through 4, 1 being the easiest, 4 being the hardest. The difficulty class represents how many successes on the die the player needs to roll in order to clear whatever the obstacle is. The number of die the player rolls is determined by combining their relevant attribute, body, mind, heart, or speed, with any applicable skills the character might have. There are some other factors that could give players additional die to roll, and we will try to point those out as they come up. But that's basically the heart of it. Long story short, the player rolls whatever amount of die they're allowed, and any die that come up as a 1 or a 6 is a success. Those are the basics. We'll learn the rest as we go, or you can see it for yourself, like I said, by checking out the game on Caitlin's itch.io page. So, our story begins in Costa Vega. It is a mid-sized Southern California city built on the Pacific Ocean about 60 miles south of Los Angeles. The population is about 40,000 people, and the whole place covers, 15 square miles or so. It is, in most respects, a pretty typical Southern California town. There's palm trees, and sunshine, and a view of the mountains to the east and the ocean to the west. Now, Costa Vega had its heyday in the 60s and the 70s, and since then, its growth has maybe stagnated a little bit. So there are still a lot of old buildings and old signs, and it gives the city a kind of rundownish, classic California feel. But otherwise, it's pretty normal. There are bars and shops and movie theaters, gorgeous boardwalk, a business district, an arts district, and an impressive marina where rich people keep their yachts and tourists rent pricey boats. And right down the beach from that marina is the Oceanland Marina, which is much less impressive. This is where your average, non-wealthy local types keep their boats. And one of those boats is a janky-looking houseboat that kind of looks like a Winnebago with a baby blue stripe around it, sitting on top of like a big floating blue platform. Like, seriously, if you didn't look hard enough, you'd think someone had parked their camper on a dock. But it is a boat. And not only that, it's also Justin Case's detective agency. That's where we go. It's Monday morning. First up, Drac, tell us what Justin looks like and how he would, probably be dressed on the
typical Monday, I think, is different from this Monday. But I will say, so Justin is about 6'1", 6'2", fairly broad. Kind of has the muscle that he had and built over his sporting career of like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and just kind of kept it, hasn't improved on it, just about keeping it through just natural and incidental physical labor that he's been doing over the many jobs he's done over the couple of years. Right now, so usually he's in very much like I think like typical vacation dad, honestly, just like a t-shirt with a floral button up over it that's always open, way too bright, doesn't really go with any of his wardrobe most of the time. He's wearing black slim fit jeans and just I think the brightest orange trainers. I think the brightest orange sneakers. He is not, when it comes to fashion, he's not good at it, but he doesn't care. He feels good in it. but that's what he usually like. That's his usual get-up. I think today, this Monday, he is in his detective agency, this houseboat, and you can hear like the clattering of things as the camera like pans in, and you see that he's trying to squeeze himself into a scuba diving suit, kind of like hopping on one leg and trying to get the other leg in, knocking over like a very like he calls it vintage. It's just a really kind of crappy and old lamp from the equally crappy and old desk he had brought with this yacht, just hopping around trying to get himself into this diving suit that is definitely not made for his size.
Love it. Yeah, and it would make sense you're going scuba diving. Let's say it is a sort of typically gorgeous day for Costa Vega. 10 a.m. It's still kind of cool. Now, worth mentioning at this point is you can also go scuba diving because though you have been working as a detective for a month, you opened your detective agency about a month ago, you haven't managed to snag any clients yet. So you've got the time to scuba dive. And while you're getting yourself into your scuba gear, outside, a car pulls into the marina parking lot right by where the boat is docked. Eventually, the back door opens, and out steps Annie Case. Caitlin, tell us what Annie looks like and, how she'd be dressed.
Annie kind of looks like a mess. She steps out of this car with like a backpack and like a drawstring bag over one shoulder. She's got just like a graphic tee shirt on, like a from like a team building event with like a nice button up over the top of it and sweatpants. And is like clearly like half like you would know this as Justin, that a lot of her wardrobe has become like business like oriented of the past couple of years, and this is like half that, half like pajamas. And she kind of has so Annie is much shorter than Justin. She's probably only like 5'5", 5'6"-ish. She's kind of scrawny. She's got like curly dark hair and glasses, and she kind of steps out and like trips a little bit over the lip of the car as she kind of pulls herself out, and then goes over to the back of the trunk and like pulls out like a tiny little suitcase and shuts that too, and is like kind of like cursing at her at like under her breath about like lifting stuff. And she stands there.
The rideshare guy like lowers his window and is like, "Come on, hurry up!"
I'm going. I'm small. It's fine. And she has to like dig. The window is down. She has to kind of like she leans in through the window of the door she already closed and like pulls out a bag of like to-go food that he didn't let her eat in the car. That was like she picked up on the way and then like couldn't eat it, so it's cold now. But it's like a sandwich. And pulls that bag out and has kind of like her arms full. She's like, "There you go. Thank you for the ride."
And without any saying anything, he just speeds away, kind of creating like a little bit of a dust cloud. And what do?
I turn around and look for this boat my dad told me was here.
You have no problem spotting this boat based on the description of it. Yeah, you're like, this parking lot is kind of like right at the end of a very short dock, which is where the boat is kept, and the boat is, I mean, it sticks out kind of like a sore thumb. So
she kind of like steals herself and like hoists her bags up and starts walking, like probably less walking and more like penguin hobbling with all of her things in that direction.
And you walk down the dock, and it is just a short step onto the boat, and the door is just open. Justin tends to just leave it open, so if a client shows up, they can kind of just knock and walk in. And so you kind of walk in, and you see your brother kind of falling all over the room, trying to get his scuba gear together.
He's got like the goggles on, the snorkel attached to it, and like half in the scuba diving suit. And I think
One
like he hears
flipper,
footsteps come in and be like, "I'll be with you in a minute. Hold on." God, where did I put? I forgot to powder up first. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Taking it off. Okay.
She does not interrupt. She just lets whatever's happening in front of her happen until
like
he's done making a fool of himself.
And just like we've even turned around like, hey, can you like help me with the zip at the back? I can't quite reach it. Can you help? And then I turn around and go, Annie?
Why do you have a scuba suit?
I dropped the keys of my moped in. So I'm trying to go down there to get it. Can you help me? What are you doing here?
And she kind of like, I think like lets the bag like drop down to like her elbows, and she goes, I'm moving home, and then like has to drop them to the floor. Hi. Turn around. I'll zip you up.
Okay.
She like instead of confronting any sort of emotions about that, she forces you to turn around and like manhandles you into the suit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I don't need these rooms anyway. It's fine.
Definitely not your size.
Yeah. I saw it in a thrift shop. Okay. Thank you.
Zip.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I felt some organs rearranged there. And he kind of like turns around. You can tell you like he's sucking in as much as physically possible to not burst out of this suit.
I would say it suits you, but only as a pun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm struggling to breathe.
Ooh.
Can you unzip it again? No, I think I'm actually struggling. Yeah.
She turns around and will fight with it and unzip you all the way down.
Yeah, and as you pull the zipper down, you hear, whoa, oh my God, get a room.
Gross.
Turn to the door, and you see a little girl with a bicycle standing just at the edge of the boat looking in the door. I'd say she's played by Abby Ryder Forston from the Ant-Man movies. And she kind of clears her throat and looks around awkwardly.
Are you lost?
Are you Mr. Case, the private detective?
I think
Annie snorts and then looks at you.
I think the moment she says private detective, he tries to go all business, which is impossible because he's like half in a scuba suit right now. He goes, yes, I am. How can I help you?
And she kind of kicks the kickstand down on her bike and leaves it on the dock and kind of walks in, and she says, my name is Gracie Church and I want to hire you.
I'll take a seat. I think like I give Annie a look like, don't blow this for me. This is my one gig. And
she kind of like turns and like takes a step and drags her like backpack and stuff over to like a like old almost spring bear sofa and like pop down into it.
And Gracie kind of looks at you for a second, Annie, and says, hey, who's she?
She is my sister, and she's here for some reason that we will get into later. But your case is more important. Take a seat. And I'll point at a seat. And I think like everything in this like boathouse is like, if it's all old, like secondhand things he probably like bought from like a garage sale or found at the side of the street when someone like just left it, didn't want to have it anymore. Like there's a seat that looks like it was once maybe the seat of like I don't know, like the classic spinning chair with like a head teacher or something, but you can see like stuffing is coming out of the sides, like stitches have been undone, it's been covered up with patchwork, and he sits down in it and gestures to the seat in front of his old desk.
And yeah, she kind of looks around the office, like just in general. What is the office like, real quick?
It looks like what an uncultured person would think a vintage office looks like. Like everything looks like it's meant to be. They were trying to make it look like a like old school vintage like office space, like a head teacher's office or something, just something like that. He's trying to make
like clean, neat, orderly, or like a mess.
I mean, I think usually it's like semi-neat. Right now, not at all, because he knocked so many things over while they were trying to get into a scuba suit.
Yeah, okay. And she looks around and like looks at all the objects on the floor and like all the knocked over stuff, and it sort of is like, okay, you're the drag detective in my price range. So I want to hire you to find a puppy. My brother Henry's puppy.
I see. Can you afford my Not that I'm not happy to help, but I have many clients, many, and very few of them are able to afford my help. I'm not sure if a young girl like you would be able to.
I can give you $94 that I saved with birthday money and Christmas money.
I'll take it. Just no hesitation. Yes, I'll take the job. So just tell me, what's your brother's dog's name?
Her name is Smidge, and she's a Dalmorgie. That means she's half Dalmatian, half Corgi.
Cute combination.
And she shows you, she reaches into her pocket, or she's got like one of those bicycle pouch things, and she pulls out a picture of the dog, and it is a white Corgi with black spots.
Oh, okay.
We went to the supermarket with our mom, and Smidge stayed home because mom says she's a handful. And then when we got back, the front door was wide open and Smidge was gone. Henry was the last one out, and he was supposed to make sure the door was locked. And he says he did, but mom doesn't believe him. But I do. I think someone broke in and stole her.
Interesting. This is a very cute dog. I see why people would want her, but do you have any other reason why you think someone would have stolen her?
I just believe in my brother. And he's going to be grounded for life unless you can find Smidge and prove to my mom it wasn't his fault.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. That's one of the easier cases I've come across, honestly. So I can do that for you. Is there anything else you can tell me about Smidge? What their favorite food is? Where you usually take them out when you go for walks? Just stuff like that.
She likes peanut butter and chicken, and we always take her to the park around the corner from the house.
And I think like he takes out a laptop and starts like typing all of this stuff out. He looks like he's studious, and I think honestly, I don't think even the little girl would buy it. I was gonna say maybe Annie wouldn't buy it because she knows Justin, but I think even the little girl's like, but okay then. So peanut butter and chicken, interesting taste, and might need to try that. And the park near your house?
Yeah, we live in Great Ridge.
Okay,
and
perfect.
you would know this name. Great Ridge is in North Costa Vega. The north of Costa Vega, there are a lot of little housing communities, the little different neighborhoods that all kind of have different characters, but like that's where most people live in Costa Vega, is in the north. And Great Ridge is kind of an upscale community, nice big houses, maybe not like upper class, but like lower upper class or upper middle class kind of,
Yeah. Okay.
And she gives you her address.
Oh, sorry. Perfect. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm going to ask a question, and I don't want you to read too much into it. I'm not trying to accuse of anyone of anything, but does your brother or your mom have any enemies?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Mom.
Okay. Is there a partner in your mom's life or ex-partner?
Well, Dad lives in LA. He comes to town once a week.
How does your mom feel about that?
Eh,
Okay, like type that down. You just hear the clacking of the keypad. Okay. I think that's everything. Thank you for hiring me. I'll do my best to find Smidge.
thank you so much, Mr. Case. And she gets on her bicycle and rides away.
Annie has her feet propped up on the coffee table and is like slumped way down and has been like on her phone the whole time. And without looking up, goes, "If you take money from that child, I will make your life miserable."
It's a new game coming out, and that would really cover it.
And she's like 11, dude.
Hey, I never had $95 when I was 11. I'm sure she can
Inflation,
get her hands on
bud.
it.
Put real clothes on, by the way. It's
Yeah.
freaking me out that you're
I
half
forgot
in
to
the
powder
suit.
up. Everything's chafing right now.
And as you're about to head off, Justin, your phone rings.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the ID first.
It is your father, Caleb Case, who we're going to say is played by LeVar Burton.
Crap. I told Dad I was in the library looking for a job.
And he bought that?
I don't know anymore. I think he just kind of goes along with it at this point. Okay. He's gonna be upset if I don't answer now. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. Hello?
Hi, Justin.
Yeah.
I just tried to call your sister in Los Angeles, but I couldn't get through for a bunch of hours. And, well, I eventually managed to reach her landlord, and it turns out she moved out of her building. You don't happen to know anything about this, do you?
Wait. So Annie moved out and didn't even tell you? I'm like just staring at Annie as I do this.
And he's like, is she there with you right now?
Is she there with me right now? Like say this out loud as I stare at Annie.
Put her on the phone.
I'm going through a tunnel. Do you want to talk to Dad? He wants to talk to you. I don't know. There's no tunnel this long. I need
there's not really. I don't think there are any tunnels nearby. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, we just came out of the tunnel. Yeah, Annie is right here. Hold on. Hand the phone over.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, everything is fine by me.
Oh, good.
I am very curious to know how it's going with you.
It's going great. I'm home. Uh-huh.
I've figured that out.
Yeah. Well, Justin could have come to me. You don't know that.
Why don't you come to the house for dinner tonight?
Justin too? Family dinner? It's been a while.
That sounds lovely.
I'm sick.
You're not sick.
He's so sick. He needs some TLC from our lovely father. He can't wait to come visit and have an excellent, very normal, non-tense family dinner for the first time in a while.
That would be great.
Okay.
I'll see you both tonight.
Bye. And she hangs up and tosses the phone back to him.
Just like catches it.
That went well.
So you didn't even tell Dad?
Mm-mm. No, it was kind of a spur of the moment decision. I would say would be the most long story short of it.
Okay, so when did you decide to leave?
About 48 hours ago.
Why? What happened? I thought you were like living a life up there.
Oh man, so did I. But you know what? Home's where the heart is, or whatever. Yeah, I quit my job.
Oh, you quit it?
I quit my
entirely?
job. I broke my lease, and I paid a lot of money to get a rideshare guy to drive me all the way down here. So
Drove all the way down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, honestly, that's a relief. That's gonna be way more annoyed with you than with me. That's great.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this suit. Can you give me like, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe to an hour?
Yeah, why are we on a boat?
Oh, I'll explain later. Oh, actually, that reminds me. If I close the door, I will be locked out. Give me a sec. I want to just like wear the unzipped scuba
We
suit
spent
with.
so much.
I would like
montage
jump
of trying to get
in
the
and
keys,
try and find the keys.
Annie's yelling about magnets, and you're like in the water and getting soaked. Yeah, it's an ordeal.
All right. After a while, Justin, you have managed to get out of the scuba gear. Danny, you were just, I guess, hanging out here. And what's your next move?
What time is it? How long left before, I guess, dinner?
Oh, you got out. Oh, it's still, it's probably 10 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got a lot of time. Okay, cool. Okay, so before dinner, I need to find this dog. You gonna come with? I could use a Watson. You can be the Watson to my Sherlock.
That's extremely rude. I'm Bird Dog, so don't start with me.
I mean, if you mean the books, I think you're more of the movie Bird Dog.
I'm going to push you overboard, actually, as they like walk out the door of the boat.
I just got to dry my hair. Okay, well, Bird Dog. We find Smidge.
Yeah, what a dog. That feels like a medical marvel.
Yeah, it honestly is very cute. I like pull out the photo and like hand it over to you.
Okay, yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. So I'm a PI now.
Gathered and very successful. Is that
No, this is my first case actually.
Also, yeah, figured that.
Yeah. I've been a PI by name for about a month now, but this is my first case. It's going to be a great one. I think it's a great one to start with, honestly. It should really ease my way into the industry. Then I become like a household name.
Fair enough. I have... She like looks at her pile of bags. Do you want half my sandwich?
Is there chicken in it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, please.
Okay. And she'll pull out the sandwich. It was just like a deli. Then she'll split it and hand it to you and kind of shove like the bags over her shoulder and starts to like drag the suitcase and like nibbles on her sandwich as we like walk down the dock and down the road.
Justin doesn't eat the sandwich. He opens it up, takes the chicken, and just puts the chicken in. I think he has like a fanny pack, and just puts the chicken in his fanny pack, and just closes up and goes, "Okay, we need to go to the supermarket and get some peanut butter."
You've gone into some weird shit while I've been gone.
I'm trying to solve a case. Smidge likes peanut butter and chicken. We have
Fanny
one
pack
half
chicken?
of it.
I have a paper bag right here.
Ooh.
The sandwiches came in it.
Didn't think that through.
You're hopeless. You're hopeless, actually. Let's go get peanut butter. And she like drags her little suitcase ahead of you.
So you pick up some peanut butter, and where are you headed?
First things first, you probably should check out the park near Great Ridge. If the dog escaped on their own, maybe they're around there.
Somewhere familiar, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, real quick question: how do you travel?
Oh, okay, that is perfect. I didn't describe that. So
We went down to the
have-
bodega and then we came back to the docks.
Yeah.
Walked to the bodega, came back to the docks, and what do you got?
So at the dock, I can't remember what color we said, so I'm gonna go over one that I just thought of at the top of my head. I have a moped where I think it has like a sidecar as well attached to it. I just never really used.
Okay.
And it is bright neon pink, just all of it, just bright neon pink. Again, clashes with everything. It sticks out like a sore thumb. But Justin is all about it, and he thinks it's really cool. He actually had like black and orange flames on the side of it as well. Colors don't go together, but he loves it.
Good.
I'm picturing like an old like 60s Vespa kind of,
Yeah.
pink in a sidecar.
Ha!
Do you, I guess you ride in the sidecar, and or what do you do?
We walk up to it.
And I
And
get on.
Absolutely not.
It's a pretty long way to Great Ridge from here. You're gonna have to get in.
Do you have a license? Are you allowed to drive this thing?
Oh God.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Okay, barring that, is it street legal even? This thing looks like it's falling apart.
I mean, it's got me around so far. I have a helmet, and I pull out another helmet, and it's also neon bright pink with flames on the side. This could be yours. I have mine down here.
She goes, "You're unbelievable," and she yanks it from your head. And then we get the comedic visual of Annie folded into this little sidecar with the suitcase on her lap and like the backpack strapped to the front of the suitcase, like with one arm around the front of it and the other with this on top of the suitcase with her sandwich, as she's like can't even eat it because she has a helmet on.
And it fully is like a motorcycle helmet as well. So I start like rev the engines and like.
She goes, "If we die, I'm gonna kill you." Just throwing that out there.
Don't worry, this is only broken down like maybe 3 or 4 times on the road, and I'm gonna start going. I start speeding off to Great Ridge.
Perfect, and it's a hell of a trip. And going from the Ocean Land Marina on the west side over to Great Ridge in North Costa Vega probably takes 15 or 20 minutes with street traffic. And first you go to the park. And
Annie doesn't get out of the sidecar.
Annie doesn't get out of the sidecar.
No. She sits there and she's, I'm not involved.
Yeah, sure. You have the bag of the peanut butter. Can I have the peanut butter? I'm just like reach into the pile of stuff that she's carrying.
And she kind of has to tilt the suitcase up, and it takes them like 5 minutes to it like rattles around, it like rolls to the other side of the bottom of the cart, and they have to she refuses to get out though, but they do get the peanut butter.
I take the peanut butter, dip some chicken in there, and I just go around the park going, here, smidge. Here, smidge. It's going around. If I see anyone, I go, with the peanut butter chicken in my hand, go, have you seen a Dalmatian poodle? Here you go. And I just pull out a picture with my other hand. Have you seen this dog anywhere? Anyone come across?
You spend, maybe a good hour walking around the park doing this, but Smidge does not appear. And while some people recognize Smidge because, they're regulars at the park, nobody has seen them recently.
I think one of them, I'll ask them, when was the last time you saw them?
Oh, a few days ago.
Ooh, that's quite a while. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. If you do see the dog around, I'm gonna pull out, probably with my peanut buttered hand, pull out my business card. Just let me know, and I hand over my business card.
Business card has peanut butter on it.
I think it says. Oh, I need to think of a name. Because I think the name is God.
God
Elegant,
investigation.
Elegant Elephants PI Agency, as I hand it over to them, and underneath it says PI just in case.
Elegant elephant? Is that why there's peanut butter on it? Because elephants like peanuts? Or wait, what's going on?
Yes. Oh,
Man,
the
you need
smidge is
branding
missing.
help.
So if you do find her, please let me know. My number's in the back. If you just want to call to this chat as well, I'm open to that as well. My email's there if you want to be preferred to be like email pals, but I'm more of like a texter.
Starts like jogging in reverse. Okay, well, we'll be in touch.
Bye. And I will go back to meet Annie. Let's go. I didn't see any. No one really seen her for quite a while, and I didn't manage to attract her with any peanut butter chicken. It is kind of tasty though, as I eat one.
I'm moving back to LA. Actually, I think that's what's
Are
happening.
you
after
sure?
this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think you should meet Dad first. You can't just chicken out just like that. You need to face the wrath.
I could
of
chicken and
Dad.
peanut butter out though. I could just. Mm-hmm.
Don't knock it till you try it. Honestly, I was pretty skeptical.
I will continue to knock it.
Okay.
I think I'm stuck though, by the way. So wherever we go next.
Is that why you didn't want to? Okay.
No, I didn't want to get out because I'm not involved, and then I thought I could stretch my legs, and then I realized I couldn't actually get out. So I'm just vibing. I feel like this is just so. She's got the big helmet on, and it's just like it's got like baby in a snowsuit vibes, where it's just like.
Are you like stuck, or like you can't move your legs? What's going on here? I try to investigate.
Legs are definitely asleep, but like.
Oh.
That's maybe where are we going next? Because I think I'm just along for the ride now.
Yeah,
I was gonna have you drop me off, but then I didn't want to face Dad by myself, and now I physically cannot get up. So let's what's next? What's next, Mr. PI?
I like that, Mr. PI. Yeah.
I revoke it then.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go to where Smidge used to lives, I guess. The little girl's house. She gave us the address. And
that's so unsafe. We need to talk to her parents about stranger danger.
Yeah, after we get paid, maybe.
You are not allowed to take money from the little girl.
Okay, fine. Okay,
and we will smash cut right off that to you showing up at Gracie Church's house. Like I said, very nice, kind of upper middle class home. 2-story spread, circular driveway, elaborate landscaping. The family is, some level of wealthy. And when you show up, Gracie immediately marches you inside.
I will say, there is a moment of like, from like the perspective of the front door where like Justin is standing there like to knock on the door, it opens, and in like small in the background is Annie getting out, attempting to like get herself out of the sidecar. She refused to help, and she does like fall out on like spill out onto the floor with the helmet on, and then they're invited in, and she dunks the helmet and shows up. It is an ordeal.
She's like, hurry up!
I'm coming.
I kind of like whisper to her and go, she's my assistant. She's a Watson to my Sherlock. She's kind of slow, so just cut her some slack.
As she comes up, she like, I heard that hip checks you as hard as she can, which is not very hard. But
and she walks you inside and introduces you to her mother. And I'll say the mother is played by Melissa Benoist from Supergirl. And she's, hi.
Hi.
Who are you again?
Oh, I'm PI just in case. You can call me Justin. And I'll put a hand out.
And she sort of tentatively shakes your hand.
Your daughter here hired me to find Smidge.
Oh,
I forgot to mention, this is my assistant, Annie Case.
Hi, I'm just hanging out, supervising.
She's the Watson to my Sherlock.
Not gonna make that stick.
Well, I'm Aaron Church. I am so sorry that she dragged you down here.
No, not at all.
She figured out how to use the buses on her own. She's always doing stuff like this. Well, what can I do for you?
We're just going to ask you a few questions, honestly, just to kind of gauge where or who might take in Smidge.
Let's have the first roll of the series. Do me a favor, Justin. Make a heart roll. Heart is related to things like persuasion and getting people to cooperate with you and things like that.
Yeah. Would this be like trying to get her, like persuading her to feel comfortable telling me this kind of stuff, or just generally speaking, like
just trying to get her to trust you, see how much she's going to open up to a stranger. Your heart attribute is 3.
Yeah. So I have a tier 3 skill, public speaking. Could I stretch this to that?
I think
yes.
that's a feasible
100%.
stretch.
So real quick, folks, skills are they're skills just like in any game, and the way they work in our game is whenever you invoke a skill, no matter what level you have that skill at, you can add 2 die to your die pool. Now, the way it works is level relates to how far the skill can be stretched. So, let's say you have like level 1 lock picking, like that can only be used for lock picking. At level 2, you get a couple of extra uses for your skill. So essentially it's like lock picking, but now it might also serve to let you understand simple mechanical devices or something like that. And then when you get to level 3, you can stretch it really far and wide, like anything that might even be arguably related. You might be better at hacking a computer because you start thinking of the lock and like as the security as a lock and figuring out how to dismantle it. So the higher the level, the farther the skill stretches. Any skill that applies adds 2 dice to your die pool. So public speaking, the ability to talk to people definitely relates here at that scale. So that gives you 5 die to roll.
5 die. Okay. You roll 1s or 6s for successes.
Yes.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So she says, our front door locks automatically when you pull it closed. Henry was the last one out. He didn't pull it closed all the way and the dog got out. And I think Gracie's kind of dreamt up this dog napping thing because she just feels bad for Henry.
I definitely understand that. Is Henry one to forget this kind of stuff?
He never has before, but there's a first time for everything.
I guess that is true. But I'm going to ask you a question that I actually asked Gracie here, but she asked me to ask you personally. Just to cover all the fronts, just in case, like if at the end of the day it was that Henry just forgot, that is fine. But do you think you or Henry or even Gracie have anyone who would want to steal the dog from you?
Nothing comes to mind. It was a nice dog, but I don't know that it was, exceptionally valuable, the kind of thing somebody would break into someone's house to steal. And I can't think of anybody who, has it in for us.
Okay.
While this is happening, Annie, who is not getting involved, continues to say she's not involved, pulls out her phone, and she wants to see if she can search or find any sort of registry for this. Is a very specific dog. Is there any sort of value to this type of breed or whatever? She just wants to just look up the type of dog and see if that's is it worth stealing, essentially.
Okay. Annie, give me a mind roll. Mind relates to research. You have a mind score of 4. Your computer skill probably applies
Yeah.
here, because you're using a computer, and it's
Yeah.
your level 3 skill, so it stretches as far as possible. And
Excellent.
something I should point out is the characters also have things called bonds to themselves and to each other. And the way bonds work in our game is it's like, a bond is a little character attribute they have, and if they play that attribute in a meaningful way in the game, especially to their detriment, but in any sense, they can get a bond point, and that bond point can be spent to add 1 die to any roll you want, to increase any die pool by 1. Haven't pointed it out as we go, but Annie, back at the detective agency, when you said that Justin shouldn't take any money from Gracie Church, you were standing up for the little guy. I think that is one of your bonds to yourself, is standing up for the little guy. So Annie, you have 1 bond point right now.
Amazing. I'll make a note.
Justin, I don't think any of your bonds have been activated yet, but now we know what bonds are. Also, the 2 characters each have a bond to each other, and or bond.
I think we just have 2 mutual bonds. I think it's how we ended up doing it.
Yeah, 2 mutual bonds. We have an unspoken rivalry. Sorry, excuse me. I'm reading the ticket. We have an unspoken bond. So often they might try and pass messages to each other without using words, and if they do that, they activate. We have an unspoken bond. And the other one is sibling rivalry, and that's anytime they compete about anything, they activate the sibling rivalry bond. And these bonds, once they're activated, if a player activates the bond, they can win what we call an epiphany point. And an epiphany point can be spent to activate an epiphany if the player is feeling stuck, doesn't know what to do, is looking for an idea, or is on the cusp of putting evidence together in the mystery. An epiphany point is that moment in a detective show where the detective suddenly flashes back and realizes something that they saw before that didn't seem important is important now. And it basically, is kind of a fancy way of getting them a hint in the mystery. And each player can have a maximum of 1 epiphany point per game. And epiphany points do not carry over. So if you don't spend your epiphany point today, it is gone in the next session. Same, by the way, with your bond points. Everything resets to 0 at the end of every game.
So we have unspoken bond and just a friendly rivalry.
Just a friendly rivalry, okay.
It's like there is a rivalry, but it's not like they don't actually hate each other. It's just a friendly rivalry.
So, yeah, what did you say you're doing?
So she wants
you're
to
searching
this time just to see if you can find any information on, like, is it worth stealing? Like, if this isn't a personal thing, could someone have tried to get it on purpose? So I'm gonna I gotta roll. 3, 1, 1, 6.
3. Okay, so you do not see any exceptional value in general to Dalmorgies. You see that the champion of last year's Costa Vega dog show was a Dalmorgie, although it was not this one. But in general, they don't seem to be significantly more or less valuable than any average dog. Like, they're not like a super crazy, like, pricey breed that you have to get special, as far as you can tell.
And okay, does it seem like they are abundant, or is this kind of a more like specific, like, creature?
I mean, they're not super abundant. Like, they're not easy to find. But there do seem to be a few breeders of them in Costa Vega.
Okay. she's not getting involved, so she does sassing, but she's not involved in any of this, so she lets Justin do his job because she's just hanging out today. She's not getting involved even though she's doing research.
So Justin, Aaron says, I'm not sure what else I can tell you. You're welcome to look around if you want.
Yeah, no, I think I will. I'll take a look at the door. Just give me a second. And he opens up his fanny pack and like puts his hand in and like kind of feels the grease of the chicken, goes, oh no, okay, yeah, that was a mistake. I'm gonna pull out a magnifying glass, just smudge, just to Helen back like chicken grease. And kind of like try to very subtly wipe it on his jeans just to clean it off.
And he out loud goes, oh, ew, and then like goes in her pocket and pulls out her own glasses cleaner, like, ew, and like hands like that too, like like under your elbow, like from behind you. She has not like fully entered, but like as your like arm is out, her arm comes through like the crook of your elbow with a tiny little spray bottle and like glasses cleaner.
Thank you. I really did not think that through. And spray it and clean it down. And I'm gonna investigate the door. I want to investigate the door and see if there's any signs of anything being scratched or forced open, that kind of stuff, basically.
All right, Justin, give me a mind roll.
Oh, my mind is not great. Can I stretch my skill, street magic, lockpicking, and calligraphy? Or is
lock picking and calligraphy? Okay, yeah. Street magic is level 2, so you get 2 ancillary uses of it as a skill. And if lock picking is going to be
for any signs of lock picking, would that?
Oh, if you're looking specifically for lock picking, then maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to look for specifically lock picking.
Lock picking. All right. So once you've locked in what those 2 ancillary uses are, that's it forever. So
yeah.
Okay, so lock picking.
Looking for
you can do that then. So throw in 2 extra die.
Ooh, okay. 1 success.
1
like
success.
Hold a magnifying glass to the door, the side of it, to look for any signs of lockpicking.
Yeah, but 1 success, honestly, in this case, is enough, because when you look at the lock, you notice that there are very distinct scratches. It looks like somebody had a hard time picking this lock, but certainly gave it a shot.
Interesting. I think I say this out loud, and I think Annie knows that he doesn't think out loud. I think he's doing this for the theme of like, this is what a detective would do. They would speak out loud about
show, like in like the media way, express your thoughts out loud.
Exactly. So he kind of holds a magnifying glass and goes, interesting. It seems like someone really struggled to pick this lock, but maybe succeeded. And very theatrical, very dramatic as he's saying this.
Annie, I think, is torn on the like, what are you doing of out loud, and the oh shit, maybe there is a case here, and was just like, ugh. And I don't know how Miss Church reacts to that, but
Miss Church is just kind of watching right now. She's maybe not sure what she believes, but what do you do?
I will call over Annie. Like, Annie, I need you. Can you come take a look at this?
Okay. And she comes in, like, squats down next to you.
And
is it really?
I think honestly, it's just a case of to show Annie that he is a real PI. So, hey, can you take a look at this? I think I'm seeing some kind of scratches here. Just someone trying to pick the lock, and like hand over the magnifying glass to her.
And she like holds it. She goes, I believed you, but sure, I'll look too. And she goes in and like looks to see if she can see what he's pointing out.
Yeah, you see it too.
I mean, there's that like specifically lockpicking.
I mean, it seems way too forced for it to just be, missing the keyhole. Like, honestly, it looks a lot like when I've been practicing lockpicking. I'm an expert.
Or both, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Clearly.
Miss Church, do you have any other form of security, maybe like cameras around? I know some people have very smart homes.
Like the
Don't know
doorbell
this is one of
camera.
them. Or doorbell camera.
No, nothing like that, I'm afraid. Do you really think somebody broke in?
I mean, it looks like it.
Unless you've ever had to pick your own lock.
I mean, that is fair. Have you ever been locked out? Have you had to pick your own lock before?
I never have.
Has someone?
I don't know. Gracie, have you ever tried to pick the lock? No. Henry's upstairs. You're welcome to talk to him.
That might be a good idea, if you don't mind. And I will like close the door and head.
Hand you back your magnifying glass.
Yeah, I'll take it and head up to speak to Henry.
You go with Annie?
No. Annie is not involved. She's
Okay.
not helping. She did not just look at a magnifying glass and she did not just do Google research. So she's going to hang out downstairs and then regret it immediately, but stand her ground on that. So,
Yeah, you go upstairs, Justin, and you find Henry Church sitting in the TV room. I'm going to say he's played by Archie James Yates from Jojo Rabbit, you know. And he is kind of looks at the. Are you the detective?
Yeah, I am. Just in case, and I put my hand out to shake the look his hand.
Did you find my dog?
Oh no, not yet. I was actually going to ask you some
Oh.
questions about that.
Yeah. What?
So he's in the TV room right now, right? Is he watching anything?
He's watching. Cartoons.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down next to him and kind of watch along, just for a second, like point at the show and go, I used to watch that a lot as a kid. It's really good. This is actually one of my favorite episodes.
Make a heart roll.
Okay. I'm gonna use it again. Public speaking.
Sure.
Oh, that is really good. 4 successes, 3 6s and a 1.
Really? Wow. I thought I was the only one who loved this show. I mean, everyone else makes fun of it. And he starts kind of gushing about all of his favorite episodes.
And I think I legitimately bounce off of him. I don't think this is my favorite episode, but I do think the cartoon I watched as a kid. So I answer the questions, kind of talk about his favorite show, his favorite episode, and my favorite episode. And I think once he seems a little less on edge, because I think I could tell he was very nervous and anxious. I'm just gonna go. I don't think you're the reason Smidge is gone. Your sister doesn't either, actually.
Well, what happened to him?
I'm beginning to think someone took them.
You know, I was going to bring Smidge to the Costa Vega dog show, which is this afternoon. Dalmorgy, you know, I don't know. They're such cute dogs. I think
Smidge
they
is
could
very
win.
cute. Did you tell anyone about this?
Just my mom. And Gracie.
Did either of them? What was their response to that? Were they excited? That seemed like kind of an exciting thing.
Gracie was excited. Mom thought it was a waste of time.
Honestly, I think it was a pretty good idea personally. I saw Smidge and they seem adorable. There was no way weren't gonna win that. Do you think Gracie told anyone?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
put my chin in my hand, like very exaggerated thinking pose. Just go. Maybe someone was jealous or is competing in this dog show and was just as certain that Smidge was going to win as we are. I wanted to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find Smidge. Don't worry, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Case.
And next time, if your little sister goes out, probably go with her if you can. I'm glad she came to see us rather than any other unsavory people, but you should definitely, as her brother, you should keep an eye on her.
Well, I'll try.
Trust me, I have a sister and they can be a handful. But I think you can handle it.
And he smiles at you and turns back to watching his cartoon, which we'll call Tyrannosaurus soldiers.
Tyrannosaurus soldiers. Great taste, impeccable taste in shows. And he will head. Justin will head back down to meet Annie. Annie just like standing in the same spot. Like, what am I walking down to see?
I think she has just like had the instant regret and then stuck to it and then had like probably several too extended beats of silence with Miss Church and her just standing in the entryway. And then she was like, so you like dogs? And it's just like the most like just stilted weird conversation, and if Miss Church bails at any point, she bails, but
she's just like, sure, who doesn't like dogs? And then you just kind of like stand there in silence, like
literally.
real awkwardly.
It's like that type of like aborted conversation maybe 3 or 4 times through, and then you come back down. She's like, oh, okay, thank God.
I have had a eureka moment. There is a dog show happening today, actually.
Oh yeah, we were going to go to that.
Oh, you were? Okay. Well, I kind of think maybe someone took Smidge to enter them into a dog show.
If I was helping with this, I would tell you that a Dalcorgi won last year. If I was helping, I would say that.
Wait, really? When did you find out? Is this a thing you know? Are you like a dog show person? Is that what's happened?
Yeah, I know everything, and you should always... I googled it.
Well, this could be like really useful information.
Oh, I was gonna tell you when we left, but now that you brought up dog show, it felt more pertinent.
Okay. Is there any way...
Pulls it up and like texts you the article she found.
Yeah, I open up the article. Okay, cool. Is there any way for us to find out who's entered for this year's dog show?
Is it like on the website maybe? Like the app enter?
No, but you do see that the dog show is being held at the Apogee Bank Arena, which is over on the west side. Starting kind of as you speak.
Oh.
If I was helping and getting involved, which I'm not, I would also maybe want to know if you know any of Smidge's like litter mates. Sometimes people know that, like they know where the rest of their dog's litter ended up. Do you know if any dogs in the nearby city area are related to Smidge?
I know the breeder we got it from, but
sometimes they're registered. Is he like a... Again, if I was getting involved, I would just, be curious if you know if he's like a pedigree, like some dogs have like licenses and certifications and stuff.
No, nothing like that, I don't think.
Again, she looks at Justin and goes, I'm not helping and I'm not involved. Just I would be curious about that if I were you.
Yes, I do think maybe we should check out should go for breeders or dog show first. The dog show is happening as we speak.
I mean, if it's an important dog show, maybe the breeder would be there.
Okay, let's just hope for that. If not, we can go to find a breeder afterwards if we don't get any leads at a dog show. Miss Church, can I borrow some chicken?
And we're going to smash cut right there. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect smash cut. Did you seriously eat all of your own peanut butter chicken?
So the Apogee Bank Arena is an arena built on the west side by the Pacific Ocean. And you park your moped with sidecar and walk out to the building, and you walk inside. It looks like it's heavily attended, dogs everywhere. And you see, as you walk in, an enormous mural of a bunch of very good-looking dogs, and in the middle of all of them, the panel of local celebrity judges from the dog show. And you read the poster, and it identifies the judges as Miles Jarrett, the CEO of Apogee Bank. And he's kind of, young guy, blonde hair, sharp-looking suit. I'd say he's played by Robert Arameo from Rings of Power. And next to him, there is a woman identified as Valentina Andino. And she is identified as a local lawyer, a corporate lawyer. And she's played by Rita Moreno. And next to her, there is a man identified as Charles Brooker, who's played by Michael Fassbender. And he is identified as the president of the Costa Vega City Council. And it's a big, kind of just huge picture that takes up like the whole arena wall, kind of self-indulgent looking.
Could you say Valentina's last name again for me?
Andino. So Miles Jarrett, Valentina Andino, and Charles Brooker. And otherwise, people going every which way. Off to the side, there's the exhibit room where you can see lots of dogs on display. What do you want to do?
Okay, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into the dog show side of town. Didn't know it was this big.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what the prize money is.
Is that available on online? Like what do you win?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here on signage, maybe. I don't know. We're here now.
yeah, there's signage. It says, there's, best in show gets $50,000 and a bunch of doggy related stuff. Dog, supplies of dog food and fancy dog accessories and, the kind of things dogs like.
Well, I mean, 50K is not bad motive.
Yeah. Maybe we take the dog and no? Okay.
No,
I was just gonna pitch out there. I wanted to I said it came out of my mouth and I was like, maybe not a good idea.
Not stealing the dog we're trying to rescue. No. And if we did, that money would go to the little girl. How about that?
Okay, so I'm not allowed to take money from the little girl, but the little girl can take money from me.
It's her dog.
Doesn't seem fair. I would hypothetically would have put in the work.
He does the hip check as he walks forward, so she kind of whiffs, but it's the intent is there, the sibling intent.
And I want to see if I can figure out where the dogs are being kept.
Oh yeah, you can kind of just see into a room. It's like lots of dogs are on display. They're like rows. It's like a Comic-Con or something, but with dogs instead of comic books.
I'm gonna look around for Dal Morgie.
Okay. Give me a mind roll.
Okay.
You're doing investigating. What are you doing, Annie?
how far is the where the dogs are kept? Is it have we gone far, or is it kind of very easy to see them currently?
No, it's pretty easy. When you saw that picture of the judges, you were sort of in the lobby, and then just off the lobby, there's a big giant room, which is the exhibit room, and you can just see right into it.
Okay, cool. I think she's just trying to get a lay of the land right now. I think it's just general scoping stuff out. If anything picks up her attention, it's just super general. She's not looking for anything in particular at this moment, I think. So
okay, give me also give me a mind roll.
Okay.
Oh, and I rolled 2 successes for mine.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I have any applicable things. Oh, 2. Nice. 1 and 6.
So you both got 2 successes. Okay. So, Justin, you walk around the exhibit hall kind of looking for Dalmorgies and, maybe occasionally asking people if they've seen any here. And with 2 successes, I'll say, 1, you don't find any Dalmorgies in the whole place. And 2, you hear from some of the breeders that you talk to a rumor that there were supposed to be several Dalmorgies here, but the rumor is they all went missing over the last week or so.
Oh, interesting. I mean, terrible, but interesting.
While he's... Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, no, go ahead.
While he's doing that, Annie, you are just kind of scoping out the lobby, and you see, you notice an exhibit on last year's winner, and you see it is a Dalmorgie named Ladybug, and you see some pictures of her with her trainer, who is Ashley Mays, and I'll say looks, cast her as Dakota Johnson.
Have I seen this person around here since we've been here?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Ashley Mays?
Yeah.
Ashley Mays.
Mays. What are you doing, Justin?
Found a clue, but also dead end. I would ask one of the people who told me this rumor, one of the breeders who told me this rumor, is that so? Are all these Dalmorgies hypothetically rumored to belong to different people? Or were they all brought by the runner of this competition?
Well, I just heard rumor and innuendo. You know how the whisper circuit is here in the dog show.
Yeah.
But
I've been
my sense is there was
industry for a while now. I get it.
Do me a favor, make a heart roll.
I think I decided that Justin is just a liar.
I love this.
2 successes.
2 successes. He's you look like an old pro. I just heard that there were several entered, and then one by one they dropped out, and the reason has been given. Apparently, a couple went missing, a couple were dog napped.
Oh God. I'm actually a friend of mine has had theirs dog napped as well, and I was hoping it would be here. Oof. Well, thank you for the information.
Always happy to help out a fellow dog show regular.
And I'm gonna, fellow dog show, and I'm gonna just go for a high five or a. No. See you later. I'll go and try to find Annie.
Yeah, and you find Annie. Oh, Annie, you know what? I just remembered you did that internet search before where you saw some of the dog breeders that
I did.
make Dalmorgies. So I'm going to say you recognize Ashley May's name from that list.
Okay.
Totally forgot that happened. Sorry.
Was that the same? That wasn't the same. When I don't actually remember if we did ask her, if I just posed that we should know that about Smidge's breeder.
You just
Did we get
found
that?
while you were searching, I think, Smidge's breeder.
Yeah, when we asked Miss Church.
No, you never actually asked Miss Church the breeder's name.
Yeah, I just said it out loud and then we didn't actually follow up, which I love very much for us. And she's a moment of like, oh shoot.
I am happy to give you her phone number if you want to text her or something. You know.
Annie's not involved. Annie doesn't have it, but
okay.
But Justin might. And she has a moment of like, oh, I have great ideas. I have great ideas and terrible follow through. Great ideas. Great
As
ideas.
you say that, I come up to you and go, I'm out of ideas. Apparently, this is not the only Dalmorgie that's gone missing the past couple of weeks. Apparently, a bunch were meant to be entered into the competition, and they've been all going missing the past week or so.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Well,
why
this.
Dalmorgies?
Yeah, as that she points at the kind of poster or whatever display. Ashley May's Ladybug. Now that we're all acquainted, Ladybug was the Dalmorgie that won last year.
Oh.
And Ashley Mays is one of the local breeders, so maybe she'd know some people in the circle of in that sort of community. I feel like that's the kind of thing that you kind of get to know folks around, because I mean they're not wildly popular. They're a very specific dog, but there's a couple breeders in Costa Vega.
Maybe her Dalmorgie went missing as well, and we can actually take money from her when she hires us to find it.
Still a little manipulative, but she's an adult, so okay.
Awesome.
She's not here.
Oh, she's not? Okay.
No. Could I? Okay. Is there like a registered dog list anywhere? Like, do they have like a spreadsheet on the wall, like speech and debate event style, where they show who's competing in what? Or like,
well, I've never been to a dog show, but let's say sure, yeah, this one they do.
So I just want to go up. I want to see, because sometimes if it's like a thing, it depends on how fancy this event is. If they would have reprinted all of their stuff after dropouts, but I'm thinking of like small town stuff. Like if someone isn't competing at a thing, they cross it out with Sharpie. Like, oh, this one isn't happening, and it's still on the wall. I want to see if there's any one listed Dalmorgies, and like if so, I want to see if Ladybug was going to compete today.
Okay, you see. The listings are updated. You know, they don't take the names off, but they write like removed from competition next to names that didn't show up or canceled. And you do see the 5 missing Dalmorgies that Justin was told about by the breeders when he asked around. Just their names, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. And was Ladybug one of them?
Ladybug is not one of them.
Okay, so she wasn't. Okay. I mean, maybe this Ashley Mays would know something. I mean, maybe is there a reason she didn't enter Ladybug in?
I mean, maybe she just thought Ladybug needed a break. She won last year, I guess.
I don't know much about it. It feels like a circuit thing where like your dog wins and they just keep winning and everybody kind of gets to know them. It's more of a tight-knit thing. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe she knows something.
Honestly, maybe. Yeah. How do you think we can find her address? I'll like pull out my phone and see if I can.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll for that. It's because she's a dog.
She has like a business. Yeah. Is there like a security here? Like, is there like people who run like orchestra? Even if it's not like actual security, just like who is crowd control, like who is kind of like the safety people at this event?
Yeah, there's a safety patrol, let's say.
Do you know if any of the dogs got stolen from here? That might be the person to ask. if I was getting involved and helping in any way, shape, or form, maybe that would be a thought
stolen
that I would
from
have.
Here,
So
like,
you were not told anything like about dogs
Yeah.
being stolen directly from the show. They all canceled in advance.
Okay.
yeah, no, it doesn't seem like they were stolen directly from the show. Honestly, I'd imagine with how seriously they take this kind of stuff, they probably shut this entire show down if it was stolen from the
Yeah.
show. No,
Well-
these aren't even really fully confirmed, though. It kind of seems obvious that they are. They just kind of seem to be rumors amongst the dog show peeps.
Well, I mean, and she kind of like gestures at this like canceled things, like all of Delmorgis are
Yeah.
not. So, and there's others too, but like, and I'm assuming any others that are canceled are just miscellaneous, like they're not all specifically of one type. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
So
Way too much of a coincidence. Way too much to be a coincidence for all of
Yeah.
Dalmorgis. Let's head to Ashley.
all right. Yeah, we head out.
And transition music plays, and you pull up to Ashley's. You find she lives in North Costa Vega in a neighborhood called Gladstone, which is, it's kind of artsy area. Usually it's like where you go if you want to buy like a really big kind of dumpy place. Like you're more interested in space than it being nice. It's like, and her house is like that. It is a surprisingly big house, but very old and very dumpy. It's got a big, huge fenced-in yard, and in the back and in the front. And there's nothing in the front yard except grass and the path to the house and a whole lot of dog toys everywhere.
After you.
Oh, yeah, okay. And I'll walk up ahead and just before I knock on the door, I'll turn to Annie and just be like, just follow my lead.
Sure.
And you walk up to the house, and as you are about to knock, you hear from inside quickly, which sounds like 50 dogs kind of barking, and then suddenly like that barking kind of changes into like crying and whimpering.
Ooh.
I think at first I like kind of jumped. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get rushed by dogs. But then when I hear it starts to turn into whimpering, I think I'll start like knocking on the door and ringing a doorbell.
You get no answer.
I turn to Annie. I'm not great with dogs, but those seem like yelps for help, right? I'm not a dog whisperer. I don't know.
I'm not also. I don't know. Maybe we call it a noise complaint.
That'll take too long. Hold on. I'm gonna rush to one of the windows and try and see if I can look through the window.
And you look into the window, and you can see dozens of dog bowls on the floor, and kinds of leashes and big bags of dog food. This woman is clearly very into her work. And just beyond them, almost on the other side of the front door, you see a woman dead on the floor with a pool of blood around her head. And on that, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Oh my god. I truly thought this was going to be a lost dog mystery.
No way! In Costa Vega? No way!
Hey y'all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming out and for supporting the show in all the ways that you do. We know not everyone can donate, and that's okay, but we also truly appreciate all the donations we do get. QueueTimes is trying something new with the Cases of Costa Vega, and if we can make it work, it'll keep shows like ours on the channel and just generally help maintain this space where we can try out weird, cool ideas. And every dollar you contribute will help do that. So thank you so much for being a part of all this with us, and enjoy the show. Welcome back. When we last left our heroes, Annie and Justin Case, they had gone to the house of the dog breeder and trainer Ashley Mays, and Justin peeked in the window and saw her dead on the floor with a pool of blood around her head, or saw somebody. Well done, me. And he was looking in the window. I'm going to pick up right off that moment. Justin, what do you do?
The smart thing to do would be not do what I'm about to do, but I'm going to invoke my bond. I leap before I look and speak before I think. And I'm just going to just like charge into the door and try to bust the door open.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Annie didn't look in the window.
Yeah.
What is happening? What is going on right now?
Like look over and goes, oh shit, and then back up and then slam his body.
What is happening? What is happening? Why are we doing? What is this? Is loud
over.
and violent. What is happening?
So I was weirdly taking a note there. You said you break the window, or
Goes
not window, the door. I want to try and
the door.
Break the
Okay,
door.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's the part I missed. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh god,
For 1 second I go to write something down and I miss something crucial. So okay, yeah, give me a body roll.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got 3 6s and a 1, 4 successes.
You just break that door, like it comes like right out of the lock, almost off the hinges. You were an athlete, and you know kind of how to throw your weight around, and this door just boom right through, and right on the floor in front of you. First of all, there are what must be a dozen dogs. It sounded like 50 from the outside. It's just a dozen kind of yapping over each other, and they kind of start like wagging their tails as soon as they see you.
Are they kenneled, or are they just like in the house?
No, they're loose. And right in front of you on the floor is Ashley Mays, who I think we said was cast with. What did I cast hers?
Not Dakota Fanning, the other one who I always think of.
Oh, right. Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, she is laying on the floor in front of you. There's a pool of blood around her head. The dogs are sort of crowded around her. Make a mind roll.
Me?
Yeah. I want to see how much you get just by kind of just looking at the scene.
2 successes,
oh my god!
2
Oh my god! Oh my god! Justin! Oh my god! Justin, that's a body! That's a body! Justin! Justin!
I know, yes, I
Justin!
Know. Give me a sec. Yes, I know.
You also make a mind roll. Assuming, are you looking around? I shouldn't just make that assumption for you. It's like, are you going to be scanning? Because he busted in because he saw that, so I assume he's looking right down to see what he can see. What are you doing?
Freaking out. That's the end of that. No, she's now so currently yelling at her brother.
Okay, so don't even make a mind roll.
No.
Justin, with 2 successes, you see this body looks like it's been here for a while. That pool of blood is like dried. It's like, the stains and the carpeting around her head. It's less of a pool than it really is like just the brown stain on the carpet, from the dried blood. She has. You don't see like a bullet hole or anything. It looks like she was hit with something. That's all you get from just looking at the body.
I think I kind of like very suddenly crouch down, and I think get very serious as I'm looking at this body.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I think this is more than just a lost dog case.
You think? Preston, she's dead.
Yes, I can hear you.
Preston.
Yes.
What do we do?
We figure out who did this.
Okay, but not okay. No. About the body.
Oh, we can.
You just broke into her house.
Yeah, I know. We will call we can call the police. We can call the police.
Pulls out her
Not yet.
phone
Not
right immediately.
wait. Not yet. Give me a sec to look around.
You can't tamper with the crime scene.
I'm not going to touch anything. I promise. My hands will not touch my.
Promise. Cross
promise
your
I won't.
freaking heart right now.
I cross my heart that I will not lay a hand on anything here.
Don't get freaking arrested over a missing dog case.
I know.
Okay.
I won't.
You have 2 minutes, and then I am calling police because that is a dead body. That is a dead body, Justin.
I know. It's my first time. Okay, I'm freaking out as well, but trying to keep cool.
Minute
Okay.
52.
Yes. I just turn around and I want to try to start looking around. I want to go deeper into the house, and I think I want to start looking for signs of struggle first. Anything that looks like it's been out of place, knocked over, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to look for first. Any kind of, I think initially I'm going to look for forced entry, but I see that I kind of forced my way in, and I don't. So there's probably not much I can see from this. I want to go inside and just see if there's any signs of struggle.
Okay, Annie, are you still just waiting, or are you?
She's not going in. She's got her phone like clutched in her hand and is counting down, and then is though going to visually see what she can make of this. I know there's dogs that have been loose. If she's been dead a while, like maybe, I mean, that's some of this is going to be like messed with already, but
Okay.
yeah, just
both
I think
of you make mind rolls.
Okay.
Again, 2 successes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bond point that I got earlier from the little guy and give myself an extra die.
By the way, normally I will not remind you, but don't forget to find places to activate your bonds to each other.
I feel like
so you have epiphany points later. Have we had any sibling rivalries, or?
I feel like this so much of their. I feel like we possibly could have pegged it for the like looking at the lock, like with the magnifying glass of the like the purpose behind that was like to show that I'm good. Like I believed you, but fine, I'll look too. Like that could have.
Okay, like, I buy that.
I would say that would maybe be so we got one.
So let's say you have one epiphany.
I would say
point,
Justin gets that one because Justin instigated that. I want to prove that I can do this. I'm gonna
So Justin, you have an epiphany point.
Okay.
And okay, so you got 2 successes, and what did you get, Annie? One success. Okay. Justin, you walk through the house, kind of looking around and looking for evidence of a struggle. With 2 successes, what I would say is you do not see anything that obviously looks like the evidence of a struggle. Everything could, be normal. It's not like a hyper neat house, but like nothing looks so unusual.
Yeah.
The layout of the house is, kind of small, the house is big, but the layout is kind of easy to navigate, and you kind of make a quick round, and you pass through a bedroom on the first floor. And when you pass through looking for signs of a struggle, you don't see signs of a struggle, but you notice that 2 drawers of the dresser are open, have been pulled open, and you notice as you walk through a note that is handwritten, and it is attached to the refrigerator with a magnet, and it's like a Post-it note, and it says, "Hey babe, don't forget the garbage."
Okay. I will look at the note and then turn to see if Annie's looking.
Yeah, Annie, you're looking around. You got 1 success.
Yeah. She's got a little split attention right now. This is not what she thought she'd be doing today.
1 success. You. Okay, give me 4 success. Okay. You see over on the wall by the door. There is like a hook for like a, looks like a little picture frame hook, like little small ones that you nail into the wall with nothing on it. And no, that's it. That's what you see.
Okay. Are any of these dozen dogs ladybug? Or are they all
No.
Del Corgis?
Nope, you do not see any Delmorgies in the group.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if that's what they're really called, but if it's not,
I don't
so
know.
they
They
should
are
be
now.
called.
They are here.
Yeah.
If you Google a picture of a Delmorgie, of a Dalmatian Corgi hybrid, I think you'll be very happy with what you find.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, Annie is not paying attention to that.
I take the note from the fridge and put it in my pocket as I'm walking around. And to kind of match myself. I think again, like matching to myself, I don't do this even in this situation. But I think it's more like, I think it's generally like now it's a thing where he's trying to keep himself because he saw how freaked out his sister was, and I think he very much is feeling that as well. But it's like, no, you stay calm. What am I seeing? What am I doing? What am I feeling right now? And just goes, okay. From the position of the body, can I tell that it was not from behind, from the side? Where can I see? I'll actually probably go to the body to check. But where can I
is she
see?
face down, on her side, on her back? Like...
Yeah.
She's on her back. Her feet are by the door. Her head is, into the room.
Yeah.
You are make a mind roll.
Yeah. 1 success.
I mean, you're not an expert, but you would guess she was probably hit from the front.
From the front.
Somebody who was standing in the doorway.
Okay. So I think I would again crouch down by her body. There doesn't seem to be any struggle, and they were struck from the front. Maybe, and I'll look up at Annie. Maybe someone they know.
She opened the door for them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way I can think of, unless. Yeah, no, I think it only makes sense for her to have opened the door for them.
Is there like a? Does this house have a like? This is someone who has many animals. Does she have like a doggy cam?
You did not find anything like that on your search. Do you want to look around again? Like for that particularly?
Yeah, I think she wants to look for that now specifically. I think originally she was just like looking sporadically. She wasn't looking at anything in particular, but I think she wants to look for that specifically.
All right, give me a mind roll.
Okay. Can I stretch computers, my level 3 computers, into looking for a piece of technology?
Looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess if you honestly, it might make sense if you know a lot about computers. You might know, where in the house might be the best place to find stuff like where they would be wired, where they would be set up, where the power supplies would be, how they would be connected to the house electricity. So that might give you some advantage in trying to locate them. Sure.
Okay, here we go. 2 successes, 1 and a 6.
Okay, 2 successes, 1 and a 6. You find no cameras. You are fairly sure there are not cameras here.
Okay.
Do you point out? 'Cause I don't think I would have noticed this. Do you point out the hook where the
Yeah.
photo should be?
Mhm.
Okay. So I think you'll like stand by and look at it and just go, who else would she be living with or to have a photo of, and why would they take it? Can I roll a man roll for this, but can I gauge? Because you know how like if you have a photo up, like the rest of the wall tends to become like, just because of wear and tear, it ends up a bit darker than the center part where the photo is covering. Can I tell that it's pretty, like the part that's underneath where the photo should be is pretty fresh?
Photo that's been there for a long
comparison?
time versus.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think you need a mind roll for this. It's just, I would say you don't see anything like that. It looks, there doesn't seem to be any mark that, delineates where it was. There's sort of just the hook. You
Okay.
can't even tell the size of whatever was hanging on it.
Are there other photos on the wall?
Yes.
Are they of people or dogs?
On this wall by the door, the photos are all of people. There are, what looks like family members, pictures of her with friends, and then this empty hook. There are photos of the dogs, but they're on
A different.
the
They've got
opposite
their own
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Near the door, like the front door area, is there anything? Are there any like displays, places where a heavy thing could have been kept? Because it seems like they were struck at the door, so either they brought their own instrument or they took one.
Yeah,
close
what's within
by.
reach from the door? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you literally see Justin standing in the doorway, like reach around,
miming it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see anything that obviously suggests that there would have been a lethal blunt object within reach, like a trophy or it's like there's no trophy cases or anything. Right by the door, there's like a small, it wouldn't be an end table because it's not on the end of anything, but like a little drawer, like a table with a drawer in it, and it's like on top of it there is a pile of mail, and some of it is open, some of it is closed, and there is a couple of pens, pencils, things like that.
Ooh, okay. I think seeing the mail, they're gonna. Where's the mailbox?
At the end of a driveway, is it's like a
The
door
driveway,
spot?
There's a slat in the door.
A little box by the side of the door.
I would say there's probably like a little box by the side of the door.
Okay, I want to go through there and see when the not the last piece of mail is delivered, but like the oldest piece of mail in that box.
Okay.
So I can use that to gauge maybe when this happened.
The postage has date on it, or if there's like a magazine or something, or newspaper.
So you look at the mail that is here, and I would assume you look at the mail that is in the box on the outside, and essentially you would guess somebody stopped bringing in the mail 4 days ago.
4 days ago. Okay. 4 days ago. And I asked, this is me being a terrible memory. When I asked the one of the passers-by in the park when they last saw Smidge, they said 3 days ago, was it, or just a few days ago? I can't remember what they.
I think they just said a few days ago.
Okay. I'll call out to Annie wherever she is and just go. I mean, it seems like at the very least she stopped collecting the mail about 4 days ago. That could be when she was killed.
Did I have you make a mind roll? I didn't for that.
No.
Okay.
We just looked through the mail pile. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a mind roll for anyone who's looking at the mail pile.
Yeah, Annie will come over and.
Speed reading?
Speed reading. Sure. You have 2 successes.
I love it. Sure. 4. 1, 2 successes. 2 6s.
You dig through the mail looking at the dates on it, and you notice some of the mail is open, some of the mail is closed. And one of the letters has no envelope.
Okay. What letter? If I open up the letter, what is this letter about? What is it?
It is a handwritten note. It says, "I know how you and your giant hamster beat me and Waldo for best in show. If you even try to enter again this year, I will end you and your little dog too, VT."
Okay. If I'm gonna attempt to do this slyly, without any seeing. I want to pull out the note I'd taken from the fridge and compare the handwriting to this note.
It's clearly different handwritings.
Okay. Okay, back.
Okay, well, I'm gonna immediately pull up the stuff I was looking at before and see who the runner-up was last year.
The runner-up last year was a dog named Waldo, who is a golden retriever, and he is owned, or his trainer, whatever they call it, is Vera Tam. By the way, did you call the police?
Not yet. My alarm definitely went off for it, but we were looking at stuff, and so I think she kind of was like, "We're still looking," but she still has her phone in her hand, like she is going to call the police. I think at this point, though, I think she's kind of like, can I please call the police now?
Yeah, you can call. Yeah.
She's gonna step out onto the front porch and call the police.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, like, what do you tell the police?
That there's a dead body, that we came to visit this trainer, and that she's sure is dead. That's
it. Right. You put in the call to the Costa Vega Sheriff's Department. Costa Vega has a sheriff. Mm-hmm. And do you wait around for the sheriff to show up?
I think Justin would be like, "We should go."
I think Annie's immediate thought is like, okay, well, they're gonna want to question us. This is, like, that's their whole, like, we found a body. And so if you're like, we gotta go, you have to, you gotta, like, convince her to go then.
We have a lead. We can find this VT, and I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. Not a fan of the, like, police in general.
I mean, no, of course not. But
yeah,
I have my phone number now.
Ooh.
They're gonna know I'm the one who called. Ooh. I guess they didn't. Did they tell me to stay, or was it just like, here's this thing, here's where I am, and then hung up?
They did ask you to stay on the scene until help arrives.
Okay, how about this? You stay, and I go back. No,
You're my ride.
Yeah.
I'm not driving that again. Don't know if it's street legal. I guess I'll stay.
Ooh, that's a good point. I probably should hide it before the police.
But you have to come pick me up then.
Huh?
You have to come pick me up then. I don't have a car.
I think we should just go. I think the police have it handled. We didn't really tamper with anything, really.
We broke the door open, Justin.
I think that's the fair thing to do when you see a dead body on the other side of the door.
Okay, well, if I get called in for questioning, you have to come with me. So.
Okay then.
And we clamber into.
I'm like, will it make you feel better if you drive the moped?
No.
Okay,
no.
Get
on the freaking moped. Let's go.
From the search we did, is the runner-up competing again, or they're just not in the competition?
Yeah, we
from
looked
the
at
time
the
you
name.
looked at the board and
yeah.
Yeah, you did look at the board. Well, should I make you make a roll to see if you remember?
I have my speed reading has memorization as an extra skill, so if you'd like me to
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a mind roll. Use your speed reading. That is a level 3 skill for you, so you can add 2.
yeah, so we're level 2 skill, and then my 2 bonuses are research and memorization.
Research and memorization.
So
I gotta write those bonuses down.
That's
later.
okay.
Everyone remember what your bonuses are.
Oh, 1 success. That's a lot of 5s, and then 1 6.
1 success.
Yep.
Yeah, you think you remember seeing that dog here, but you're not 100% sure.
It's a lot of dogs. They all have weird names, but yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put this into overgear and just rev them open and just go as fast as they can.
So you take off.
Yes, to the dog show.
With the deal being, if I get called in for questioning, Justin has to come with me.
I am going to say, first of all, as you are leaving this house, it is starting to get dark. I love that. Oh my god. And as you come, as you pull away, you see a sheriff's cruiser coming towards you, and you drive right past each other.
I got a helmet on. I don't make eye contact. I can't see my face.
And what do you do, Justin? Do you make eye contact? Not make eye contact? Do you?
Can I roll for it?
Sure. Make a heart roll.
A heart roll. I think if I succeed, I don't interact. If I fail, I wave probably. Just like instinctually wave at this person, because I think one of my I'm down for it. One of my bonds is a lot of people know me in Costa Vega.
I think that
I know that like the sheriff knows me, and I know the sheriff. Maybe we're not like acquaintances, but they know me by name at the very least.
That is an excellent point.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Give me a roll on hard. I mean, actually, you know what? Forget it. Don't even roll. You're just invoking a bond. A lot of people would know me in Costa Vega, or if you're not, I'm going to invoke it for that exact reason.
Yes, no, please. That's why I took it.
As you drive by, you make eye contact with the driver. It looks young guy. I would say he's played by Joe Keery from Stranger Things, and he looks at you, and you look at him, and you kind of. There's definitely like a spark of recognition between the two of you, and he just drives past and you drive past.
I think just under my breath go, oh shit, crap, shit.
What did you do?
I think he saw me and I think he recognized me. I'm pretty sure I had drinks with him in maybe college. Crap.
Well, they have my phone number and they have your face, so
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay.
And yeah, it is night now, right around dinner time ish. Where are you going?
How late does the dog show go? Is it like an all weekend thing, or is it like just a one night event?
The dog show lasts. Well, today that day was Monday. So
like a multiple day.
Yeah, I'm saying the exhibiting period of the dog show lasts Monday and Tuesday, and then the competition is on Wednesday, like Wednesday night.
And today's Monday.
Today's Monday night. Yeah, right now.
Okay. Wow. Are you okay?
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I be? It's great, absolutely fantastic first day home. Really awesome.
For some reason, I don't know if that's true. You're not okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm not okay either. I think that's the first dead body I've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I've seen like roadkill, but doesn't really count. And even then, the first one I saw, I kind of cried for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay.
I had to look at photos sometimes for like putting files together, cases like on occasion, but not often, and never in person. So
Yeah. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I want to see Dad.
yeah, that'd be great. Actually, maybe we put a pin in this.
Yeah. I think we have a couple of days before the dog show ends.
I can't believe you thought you could do this again. This is nuts.
I thought it would be fun, and honestly, I thought it'd be more of the dog thing and not the body thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Home. Back home.
Yeah.
All right. You head towards your father's house, the house that you grew up in. It is located at 122 Fletcher Street in the North Costa Vega neighborhood of Homestead. And yeah, this is where both of you spent a lot of your childhoods since your dad's married. And you grew up in this neighborhood. You went to junior high school and high school here. You ran a detective agency out of your garage. This is where it all happened. And the house is nice, suburban, kind of cool looking ranch thing. And you pull up outside.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we saw a dead body today. You know, like it can't get worse than that, really. I think you got this. You've got this. I'm not the one in trouble. You've got this.
Oh boy. Do you think I can pull the dead body card? Maybe go
No,
eat me?
because that'll get me in trouble.
Well, now I want to.
Well, okay, but yours is way different to mine. We've got this.
While you're arguing, the front door opens and you see your father, 50, 60 something, LeVar Burton, pop his head out the door and he's like, just in the nick of time, come on, dinner's almost ruined.
You first.
Got it together. She holds up her pinky to you where she's sitting in the little car, and they do a little like,
yeah, take your pinky.
Here we go, and she'll have to like heave herself out of the side cart, and grabs her suitcases and her bags, and they walk up.
Yeah, and you head inside and you find your dad, Caleb Case, in the kitchen, and he is. Your father is an extremely successful lawyer, and he, even when he's kind of dressed casual, he's sort of sweater and tie, and just he always looks very neat, and he's kind of running around in the kitchen, and it looks like he's taking like delivery Chinese food and like dumping it into like bowls and stuff like that. And there's music playing. What do you think your father listens to?
Oh, I feel like for cooking, because I think he has like there's like getting ready for work music, and then there's cooking music. So like, I think cooking music is probably, I don't know, something old school.
I would say like I would say almost like if he's got like a record player and he plays like old jazz, like
yeah, that's what I was
records,
thinking.
like vinyl, yeah, like something classy, like Sinatra, kind of like just like this is his dinner music. Like he's off of work. He's in his comfy, nice clothes. Like
yeah, he's playing Sinatra actually, and he knows every word of every song. Kind of sings along. He's not a great singer, but he's clearly having a good time with it.
Yeah.
And he says, "It's great to see the both of you."
Hi, Dad. And she'll kind of go and give him. I think maybe the two of them like get at the same time.
Yeah.
And he gives you a hug back, and he's like, "Well, grab a ball. Let's go inside." And y'all move the dishes with all the Chinese food in it, to the living room, to the dining room, and you sit around the dining room table. And the dining room, it's decorated with a lot of family photos, include both of you and both of your dads. So you see there are pictures of your other dad, who is his name is Sebastian Case, and we're gonna cast him as like a 50-something Hugh Grant or something. And he is not here right now. Both of you know. Your dad got divorced a little while ago, and Sebastian is off traveling somewhere. You kind of never know where he is or how to get in touch with him or when he's coming back, but he's out there. And Caleb sits you down at the table, and it's like, please take as much as you want, everybody. And he passes around the dishes.
Oh, yeah, I am starving. Okay. Just takes as much as he can.
Yeah, and he waits till like Justin is like totally loaded his plate to the fullest, and then he looks up at you, Annie, and goes, "So what happened?"
And
we're
I bury
starting
my
with it.
face into my bowl. And
Yeah, okay. Right off the top. So I'm home.
I'm delighted to see you, but
I
you
want you
can't
to keep
expect
that
me to
energy. I want
ignore.
you to hold on to that. Delighted to see me. Just like hold that in your heart.
I
quit my job and I broke my lease, and I'm home.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you.
You're happy to see me.
I'm sorry. You quit your job?
Yes, I did. I had to.
Abbott, Babbitt and Babbitt is a top law firm in LA.
I know.
It was a fantastic job.
I know, and you were so proud of me when I got it, and you are gonna stay so happy to see me now that I've quit. Hopefully.
Well, what happened?
It was a lot. And it's not me or anything I enjoy doing whatsoever. And all of my bosses sucked really bad. And it was great on my resume, and then it sucked really bad. And so I gotta figure some stuff out. And in the meantime, I suppose I'm here, and I am very sorry for not giving a heads up, but it was kind of a last minute decision and not something I planned to do.
I'm gonna go get some water. Especially you're gonna go to the kitchen.
She tries to trip you. She sticks her foot out and tries to trip you. Unsuccessfully, surely, but she does. It is very visible, and it is not like
that. I think is an operation of your unspoken bond. That it's like sort of a way of conveying that you don't want him to leave.
Yeah.
No, you can't speak. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I would start from like.
He's aware she does not want him to leave, but he is going to continue.
I'm fully aware, and I think that makes me walk faster away.
For sure. I think that was a combo. Unspoken bond and friendly rivalry.
You head into the kitchen, and while you're out filling up your water, Caleb kind of leans in and he says, "Annie, you do have a lot to figure out, but while you're figuring it out, you have to keep moving forward. I don't want you winding up like Justin. He's got all the potential in the world, and he does nothing with it. But you were starting something for yourself. And in time, who knows? I mean, when I graduated college, I had no idea I was going to law school or I would become the largest provider of pro bono legal services in Costa Vega. I just kept working, kept moving forward, kept making things happen. And I want success like that for you too. So I think I can connect you with some local law firms, and you might be able to get, well, maybe not as good a job as you had in LA, but get back on the path.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I know you have this big grand vision of what I was doing in LA at that law firm. I was somebody's personal assistant for 6 years. There's no upward momentum in that. And I know you know that. And I know the name was very, very fancy. But it wasn't.
There is no fancier name than Abbott, Babbitt, and Babbitt. That's besides the point. And Justin, you walk back in.
Can I?
It's like tense you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
Can I actually have listened in on this? So I think I would have like initially been like, I'm gonna leave this so awkward, and I want to listen to how awkward it is, and then catch that. So
yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Do I need to roll for it? Because I can, but
no. You know what?
Went in the kitchen,
it's so good.
Yeah. So I think
you listened in.
I take way longer to get this glass of water than it really is necessary, and I think I walk in, feeling the tension and fully aware of what was discussed here, and just kind of, I think just quietly, I don't say anything, just sit down and continue eating.
I think I would. Okay. I would actually love if they made eye contact here and then immediately know.
Yeah, no.
I know that you were listening. Like, you know that I know, like, it is just like a... And that, I think that would be more likely an unspoken bond. I feel like this is an interaction we have had with our father for the past most of our lives, is kind of a like, why can't you be more like X? Why can't you be more like Y? And I think there's just like a moment where they like sit down and like make eye contact, and Annie's like, oh.
And Justin kind of just takes a sip of his water as he then sets it down and gets back to eating before it's going, so Dad, how's work been? Just to get some conversation going.
And Annie fills her plate for the first time since the time.
And as he awkwardly starts to tell you all about his boring day at the law firm, he actually has a pretty cool job. You know, he stands up for a lot of people who need the help. But you've heard these stories so many times already that, you know, to you, they all sound the same. And we're gonna fade away on that. And after dinner, you head back to the detective agency, or what do you do?
I think I like begin to leave the house without Annie, because I think I'm under the impression that Annie's going to be living with Dad.
Yeah, I think Annie goes to like check out her childhood bedroom, and I think it's not a bedroom anymore, right? Like she goes up to be like, oh, okay, I'll just crash here, and it's like a library now or something, like a sitting room or something, and she's like, oh, okay. And then she just like goes to the hall closet and gets like sheets and blankets and like sets up on a couch.
Okay, great. So yeah, you sleep there. Dad gets you everything you need, and Justin, you head back to the detective agency where you sleep in the back room.
Yeah.
And you park your scooter and you're walking down the dock, and standing at the end of the dock there, you see a person from the back, and they appear to be smoking a joint.
Do I know? Can I tell who this is?
Not well. Make a mind roll. You're looking at them from the back.
Yeah.
Make a mind roll to see if you could recognize them in the dark from their back.
No, 0 successes.
Okay. Not right now. It's too dark.
I was kind of like, hey, we're closed right now.
and you just hear like this bursting cough, and you see the joint like go flying over the side of the dock into the water, and then he kind of starts like fanning the air, and turns around, and it's that sheriff's deputy that you passed earlier, played by Joe Keery. He kind of coughs and kind of tries to catch his breath. Hey, just in case, right?
Who's asking?
Well, and he struggles for breath for a moment while I find my place in my notes. Oh my god, I have too much faith. And he says,
I bet I have it somewhere.
"Yeah, I'm Sheriff's Deputy Wayne Gill," and he kind of points at his name tag. We passed each other before. Remember, you were coming down the street, in scooter there, and I was coming towards May's house. I know you were a star athlete back in high school. Oh my god, whole family. We used to go to all the meets and stuff, and I'd recognize you anywhere. It's like you're a big star to me.
Thank you. That's really honestly kind of sweet. Thanks. I'm kind of sad I left that behind me, but it's good to know that some people enjoyed the games I played in and was such a big fan. So
such a big fan. Now, so were you coming from the Maze house when I passed you before? Nobody's
Maze house. Did something happen there?
Yeah. A body was found.
Oh no. Do we know what happened? How it happened? Who did it?
Well, crime scene guys are just going over it now, but we don't have any suspects yet. So you weren't there.
If I said I knew someone who was, would they be in trouble or?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what they were doing there. Were they doing something that they should be in trouble for?
No. Like let's just say like I saw this in a movie once where like someone saw that there was a dead body on the other side of the door, so they barged and knocked the door open and to kind of get to the body and see what was happening, and immediately called the police afterwards, of course. But if someone did that in real life, movies aren't like real life, would they be in trouble?
It's very possible. I mean, they're like interfering with an investigation, trespassing. Man, there's always trespassing, and
didn't think about that part. Yeah, no, I wasn't there. I don't think I know anyone who was.
Make a heart roll. Heart accounts for deception as well. Make a heart roll.
I love it.
Yeah.
Public speaking. Level 3 for sure.
I use it too much. I feel bad for using public speaking.
No, it's your level 3 skill.
I mean, yeah, okay, I use public speaking. As you know, I already wrote about public speaking. I got 1 success.
1 success. So he's sort of like, all right.
Yeah, it's Wayne, of course.
Well, if you do think of anybody who might have been in there or know anything, tell me first. Because then I'll tell the sheriff, and we'll both look good.
Actually, hey, if you find anything, let me know and I can help. I'm actually a PI. That's actually my office just there. So if you find anything, I can help you out, and you can tell the sheriff. Like, you don't even need to bring up my name, honestly. It can just be all you.
Make a heart roll.
Now I'm going to use public speaking.
Yes, good.
Yeah, that's definitely public speaking. Yeah.
3 successes.
Nice.
3 successes is fantastic, and he's like, you know what? That's a great idea. If I find anything, I'll tell you, and if you find anything, you tell me.
Yeah, just
Like,
equal exchange.
Yes, like information belongs to the world, man.
It really does, and everyone knows knowledge is power.
Yeah, you can see like the weed starting to take a hold of him. It's like knowledge is power, man.
And here's my number, and I pull out my my business card, Elegant Elephants. I can't remember the other one. Investigations, Elegant Elephants Investigations. And hand that over to him.
Elegant.
Has my number, my email on that. Just call me for work stuff.
And he gives you his card, and it is Deputy Sheriff Wayne Gill, and he's like, thank you so much. And he's like, puts it in his pocket, and he's like, oh, and one more thing.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody you saw me smoking the
Saw you smoking what?
No, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
You rock. And and he takes off down the dock and disappears into the parking lot. And
when he's out of sight, Justin just hunches over like, oh my god. I didn't even realize I broke so many laws. Oh crap. Okay. I thought breaking and entering was one thing. Apparently it's two separate things. Oh, crap.
So you turn in for the night, and finally it is Tuesday morning. You wake up on the couch in your father's house, Annie. He is, his alarm goes off at like 4:30. He's out of the shower and dressed by 5. He's making breakfast, and it's like the living room that you're sleeping is right off the kitchen. And it's like he's playing his Frank Sinatra and cooking eggs and,
I think, unfortunately, his schedule is similar to what Annie has been on for the last 6 years. However, against her will. So like that is not her natural circadian rhythm, but it is what she's, and I think after the past like 4 to 8 hours of her having like I quit my job, broke my lease, moved home, saw a dead body, and maybe committed crimes, is just kind of like adrenaline crashing. And so normally when she's home like for holidays and stuff, like she would probably get up with him if she hears him or whatever, but I think today she's just like so tired, and this couch is not comfortable, and she's just like groans when the light comes on and kind of hits her face just a little bit, and like pulls the blanket over her head and tries to get a little bit more sleep, but doesn't really.
Perfect. And you wake up on the houseboat, Justin, and what do you two do in the morning? Do you meet right up? What happens?
If you're okay with this, because of my never counting me to show up on time, I think I overslept. I think I'm just like passed out in like a beanbag chair in my yacht. In my yacht? Very much not a yacht. In my houseboat.
we call it a yacht? Super not a yacht.
Definitely not a yacht. Just like, and it's one of those like I think this beanbag chair is probably the most, I was going to say expensive, no, but the most quality thing. He's sunk deep in it, and it's so comfortable.
Are those gigantic ones that's like the size of a small mattress? Like,
yeah,
huge, yeah.
100%. And it's the kind like if you look in, you can probably just see like a leg sticking out where he's just pretty much engulfed in it and just snoring so loudly.
So, what about you, Annie?
So Annie wakes up, then eventually gets up. Probably not coherent enough by the time her dad leaves. Very slowly shuffles through her morning routine, and then just like waits for Justin to come pick her up, and like he doesn't, and after like a while and he's not responding to texts, she's like, I know what this is. And then she goes and she gets like, I don't know, we're more suburban, she'd probably have to call like not a taxi, she'd probably have to get like different. I don't know how far out from the actual city we are. Like, she probably
There's
has
a
to get just
local
like
ride share
general
service.
ride share. Yeah, she probably gets
Yeah.
that.
I'd say it's
and is
called
like
Jaunt.
jaunt. Amazing. Yeah, she calls for a jaunt. And as she's like, I'm gonna make Justin pay me back for this one because it's gonna be like $25. You're not that far away. This is really expensive. It's during work commute hours. I hate it. It's just like mumbling to herself and has like a cup of coffee that is like way too hot. She keeps forgetting and like burning in her mouth and being like, okay, puts it down and keeps like getting shit set up and is like texting Justin like increasingly annoyed messages and being like, don't worry about it, I'm coming. I'm getting my own ride. And then like burns her tongue again and curses her dad's very, very fancy insulated cups that are just simply too nice because they keep the coffee way too hot for too long. And then she eventually gets a ride over to the boat. Very crumbly morning.
You show up at the boat. Let's say at this point it is now afternoon, and you catch Justin just as he is rolling out of bed and throwing on some clothes.
Oh, she's just like knocking at the door. She knows it's open normally. She's just pounding on the door to wake him up in the most heinous way imaginable.
Like 5 more minutes.
You know, that sounds like you're activating
wakey.
quietly mischievous.
No, yeah, for sure. Good morning. Good morning,
like,
good afternoon.
I'll roll out the beanbag chair,
Just
like
thump,
face
thump,
plant on the
thump,
ground.
thump. Yeah. Room service. Hello. Housekeeping. Just kidding. I'm none of those things. I will not be taking care of this for you. And like the door swings open and she's like knocks there.
It's way too early.
It's 1:30 in the afternoon, bro.
Exactly.
Oh my god. And she like shuffles shoves past you inside. And just kind of like turns around and like sits down on the couch where she was yesterday. He goes, okay. Dead body. Missing dogs.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
2 days left at dog show. We have a name.
So
you need some coffee.
Yeah.
Wake up. Good morning. And she like throws a pillow across the room at you.
Hello. I'm awake.
Are you though?
Just give me like 10 minutes.
I'm giving you like 4 hours. So.
Okay.
Good morning.
So the deputy showed up at my boat.
Oh my god.
Yesterday night. He was apparently a big fan of my rugby days, actually. So that was pretty nice to see.
That's
pretty cool, yeah. So apparently all the things we did was very illegal.
Yeah, I know. I told you that. Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be like a whole like, oh, you're a hero, so we're gonna pardon this law you broke kind of thing. No. Okay. Well, he doesn't know it was us.
Okay.
But I did manage to convince him to give us any information he finds on the murder, and we will give him any information we find on it. Kind of like a symbiotic thing.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, it's always helpful to have someone on the inside, and we can keep an eye on them to make sure they don't like arrest the wrong person.
Okay.
Good idea, right? I think it's a pretty
good
idea.
Okay.
But
who are they arresting?
No one yet. They think they're having this like forensics guys take a look at the place. As far as I can tell, didn't have anything yet. But I gave him my card, so he'll update me if there is anything found.
Copycat.
You just remind me, you took the note with you that you found on the refrigerator. Did you also take the letter with you?
Oh, yeah. I think I did.
Oh my god.
I think literally on the like, anyway, and I pull out the letter and the note and set it down on the table. So.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
What?
You crossed your heart. You promised. You would not touch anything at the crime scene.
I had my toes crossed. So it doesn't count. You never said check the toes. You know you should always check the toes.
I'm out of practice. Fine. Okay. Cool. Great. Noted. Okay. Okay. Cool. Tampering with crime scenes. Amazing. Yeah, that's gonna go really great, especially with this piece of evidence that maybe would have led them to someone who.
We will lead them to that later once we confirm it ourselves. Speaking of, we should probably confront this, VT?
Vera Tam,
Yeah.
the runner-up last year.
How do you want to go about this? Want to go up front?
And they're
Just be
competing.
like, hey.
They're at the dog show. Vera, right? Vera and Waldo are competing this year. Is that correct? We checked the list.
Yes.
They are, yes.
They are competing.
Okay.
We could, let's talk to them. Just see what they meant about this whole note thing. See if they've heard from Ashley, and judging on that answer, we can gauge whether or not they're telling the truth and whether or not they have anything to do with this.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Dog show.
I kept the chicken and peanut butter, and I take out like a little container with some chicken and peanut butter in there, just in case, might need to a little smidge out. That's still one of our cases, and I put it this time I put it in the container and then put the container in my fanny pack. Learn my lesson this time.
Yeah, we go to the dog show.
So you head back to the Apogee Bank Arena, which is local. It's also on the west side, like the Ocean Line Marina. And you park, walk in. It's a very similar scene to what it was yesterday. And you head in, and as you pass, you see those 3 celebrity judges. They are now here holding a little press conference in the lobby. And local reporters are asking them kind of boring questions about the dog show. It doesn't really sound super interesting. And you find your way using the directory to where Vera Tam is exhibiting her dog Waldo. And Vera Tam is, played by Lucy Liu. And she is just feeding treats to the dog and showing off tricks that the dog can do. Her dog's golden retriever.
I turn to Annie and just go, do you want to take this or should I?
What are you gonna do? What's the play here?
I'll be honest, I was just gonna wing it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I walk up to Vera Tam. Let's go. Oh, that is an adorable dog. Name's Waldo?
Waldo, yes. And she points to the sign.
Oh, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. He looks like an incredible breed. And I kind of looking at Annie just to get any reassurance that I'm using the right terminology here.
She's just like off to the side.
Well, more important than the breed itself is that your dog is a perfect example of its breed. And have you ever seen a more golden retriever?
Never. And I've seen many golden retrievers in my time in the dog show industry. Yours is definitely the most well-trained and well-behaved.
Question
yes,
for
they
you.
are. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Question for you as a golden retriever owner. Why don't we call dogs orange? We call cats orange, but we don't call dogs orange. If you put them next to an orange cat, they would be the same color. But a cat isn't golden and a dog isn't orange. So
she sort of stares at you for a second, and then she turns back to Justin. So, can I help you with something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't mind my friend here. This is Evangeline Cruz. She's kind of new to the whole dog show thing. I'm actually Abby Bush, and I'll put a hand out to shake theirs.
Annie kind of mumbles, "It was a genuine question."
Make a heart roll, Justin.
I'm gonna keep using public speaking.
Yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, level 3.
Yeah. 4 successes. 2 1s and 2 6s.
So she's just like, noobs, and kind of shakes her head at Annie, and she's just
Yeah.
like, but yes, my baby is the best baby, and she just starts scratching Waldo behind the ears, and Waldo's tail wags.
So above game, just quick. When we had runner-up, does that mean that Waldo was second place, or like one of the like on the pedestal, but not first?
Waldo was second place last year.
Second place. Okay. I think so. I'm going to be like, wait a second. You're Vera Tam, and this is the Waldo.
That's right.
You had the victory stolen from you last year. Waldo should have been first place.
I know, Ladybug.
God, I don't know what the whole craze is about. What Dalmorgies? It's been a thing going on recently. I didn't know they're entering so many into the competition. I mean, not much this year, which is interesting. But all over the states, I've been seeing more and more people using Dalmorgies.
It's just a gimmick.
You think so? Why is that?
I mean, you just, you breed a corgi with any breed, and it just comes out looking like a funny-looking little corgi, and everybody finds it so cute and adorable. But, is that like a real, noble breed? No, people don't respect dogs like corgis. They respect Great Danes and German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers, and start scratching her dog's head.
I absolutely agree. I need to know, because like I said, I've been in the dog show industry for a while now. I stopped competing very recently, but I never had a win stolen from me like that. How did it make you feel?
Well, I was furious. I mean, wouldn't you be? I mean, not only did I get beat by that gimmicky little ladybug dog, but it wasn't even the trainer's best dog. I mean, the previous year, Ashley Mays won with her truly best dog, which is a purebred corgi. I could have a little respect for them. But the Dalmorgie? I don't know. It's just too specific.
Yeah. Did you speak to her afterwards? Let her know that she didn't really deserve the win? I mean, she's not here right now, so it seemed whatever happened, she didn't seem to want to chase another one.
Oh, I gave her a piece of my mind.
Oh, what did you say to her?
Make a heart roll.
I will say Annie has started wandering.
Okay.
I can do that later, but yeah, she has walked away at this point.
Annie, you are wandering. Make a mind roll just to see what you may generally pick up while walking around.
Would this count as public? Can I use public speak for this as well?
Yes. Level 3, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes. Annie, how are you doing on a mind roll?
2 6s.
2 successes. Okay.
We don't have to resolve that right now. I just wanted to make it known that she has started walking around to look at stuff.
She says, I sent her a letter, and I said that I was going to end her because I know she cheated to get that dog to me.
Wait, no. And I would like pretend to hush my tone and go, no way. Like, she cheat? What makes you think that?
Well, that dog is obviously just not best in show material. I mean, it's pretty self-evident, but she still won, which is very suspicious. But more suspicious is that last year, Ladybug was allowed in as a late entry, even though the show has a strict no late entries policy. Like, only someone super high up in the dog show food chain could have made that happen. And if she knows somebody that high up, and her dog that shouldn't have won, it only stands to reason that someone cheated for her.
Interesting. So I'm actually haven't competed here before. How, in most other competitions, this has to go through something like the judges for something like this to be allowed. Do you think it's something similar here?
Well, I wouldn't rule them out. All 3 of those judges are they don't deserve their position. They only got them because they're rich and powerful in the community.
Oh boy, I'm right with you there. I'm not really much a fan of the rich. No.
Ugh, God, like a bank president. What does that have to do with dog shows?
I was
City
actually confused
councilman,
about
a
that.
corporate lawyer. It's like they just tote around their dogs for show. They
Yeah.
only come here for the prestige.
Just a quick question. How did Ashley take it? This you saying that you'll end her?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not like we talk.
Oh, she didn't send a response or anything like that?
No, chicken.
Oh. Well, thank you. I really wish you and Mulder. Well, I would say wish you and Mulder luck, but seeing Mulder, I don't think you really need it. You've got this in the bag. But thank you. I might actually look into and see if there was any cheating going on. The last thing I want is our beautiful, incredible hobby to be tainted by people like that.
And as you're walking away, she's like, "Yeah, somebody needs to stand up for what's right around here." And meanwhile,
Speaking on that,
Annie
was headed towards that judge's press conference.
Yeah, okay. So
but if
yeah,
that
you headed back to
she
the
did
lobby.
roll scan, but yeah, she wanted
Yeah,
to go.
you got 2 successes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you make your way back to the lobby and towards the judge's press conference, and you look the judge's panel over, and just to remind everybody, the judges, they are, you remember from the poster, Miles Jarrett, the CEO of Apogee Bank, Valentina Andino, local prominent corporate lawyer, and Charles Brooker, the president of the Costa Vega City Council. And all 3 of them are standing there with their dogs. With 2 successes, you see Charles Brooker is standing there. He's holding a Cocker Spaniel. And Valentina Andino has just the cutest bulldog you have ever seen. And Miles Jarrett has just the coolest looking Dalmatian.
Okay. What is this press conference about? Like, what are they talking about?
They're just talking about Miles Jarrett is talking about Apogee Bank being happy to donate the arena's time for the dog show. They're proud of their involvement with it, and they think it's great for the city. And Charles Brooker kind of nods on, dog shows create jobs and bring prestige and so on and so forth.
Okay. So, if these are rich people very proud of their dogs, I'm sure, and like they've got like a dog show. Annie's thinking currently is that just Miles, man, he owns this. He seems like the most important guy here as far as like donating a thing, like the space for this. I want to see like just what can I find about him and this dog? Like kind of earlier when I was talking to Miss Church about like, does this dog have a registry? Like if this is like a guy who's like very proud of his dog, like that's a thing that would be, and you host a dog show, like they would have like his pedigree, like whatever. What can I find about him and his dog? Anything online if I do like a search about him and his involvement with this?
Yeah, give me a mind roll, and you can use your computer bonus.
Yeah, okay.
You also, I think you have 2 bond points by my count.
I used 1.
Quietly mischievous and stand up for the little guy.
Yeah, I used stand up for the little guy.
You did.
I used one a while back.
Okay,
but
I forgot about that.
I will. I'll pop that second one though. I'll use that. I'll grab an extra die for this.
Okay. Yeah, bond points. You can only get 1 for each bond activated. So each player can have a maximum of 3 per session if they use all their bonds.
Oh gosh, for so many dice, only 2 successes. 1 and a 6.
But they are 2 successes, and you do some searching around on the internet. You see pictures of Miles Jarrett in connection with the Costa Vega dog show mostly, and his presence here goes back a few years. You see him, lots of pictures of him posing with that same Dalmatian, and in one of the pictures, you see him. One of the pictures has him and the two other judges with their dog, all with their dogs, and they are posing with the winner from 2 years ago, who was Ashley Mays, along with her prize-winning corgi, the one that the other trainer told Justin about.
Yeah.
And they're standing so that Ashley Mays is right next to Miles Jarrett, and her corgi is sitting right next to the Dalmatian.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Can I want to do another search of any personal connection between Ashley and Miles outside of the show. Like, are they Facebook friends? Do they follow each other on Instagram? Like that kind of a, like, is there anything of that?
You don't find anything like that.
Okay. And then, okay, so she's a breeder. She probably has some sort of like, maybe not even, if it's not social media, like a website or whatever with like blog posts and whatever. Can I find out how old Ladybug is?
Make a mind roll.
Is this computer's like searching? Like,
yeah. Okay. Looking for a specific piece of information now.
Yeah. 3, 4, 6. Two successes again.
Ladybug is a year old.
Okay.
This might be when
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Justin, yep, you show up. And
wait, okay, hold on. So Ladybug won last year?
And Ladybug won last year.
And is a year old now?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years old then. No.
Was a year old at the time of winning? Is that?
Yeah, it was a year old at the time of winning.
Okay. I was trying to be like, wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Ladybug isn't real. No.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you're good. Okay.
Hey, so I don't think it's Vera Tam. I think she's very into dog shows. Mm-hmm. She's pretty sure that Ashley actually cheated. Might have had someone higher up let her in. Apparently she was a late addition, which is just not really a thing allowed in competitions.
Well, I may have unearthed a scandal as well. And she'll kind of like pull up the photo of everyone with Ashley and the corgi, purebred corgi. And does that corgi have a name that's listed?
The corgi's name is Weaver.
Weaver. She'll be like, this is Weaver. It's Ashley's award-winning corgi the year before Ladybug.
Vera mentioned that, actually, yeah.
And this is Miles Jarrett and his Dalmatian.
Oh. And I'll pull out the notes that I found on the fridge. This is clearly some Ashley's partner. At least someone that would call her. I think it was like Babe was on it, right?
Babe.
Yeah, or someone that calls them Babe. I have friends who like casually call each other Babe, so I guess that's an option as well. But I'm pretty sure this seems more like romantic.
I couldn't find any online connection between them publicly, but he would be, if they, are trying to make new dogs and she got in late, they would at least know each other. He's someone she would open the door for.
I have an idea. Are you willing to go along with it?
Do I have a choice?
No. And I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
I want to grab a pamphlet and like a pen, and on the pamphlet I assume like there's pictures of the judges on it, right?
Sure.
I give the pen and pamphlet to Annie and go, you are Miles Jarrett's biggest fan. Go get an autograph. Say, hey, You're good at making up
Let's-
names. Give him a name, let him
Sure.
write it down, go. And I push.
Are they still in like press conference, or is it like disbanding, or people just like talking now?
It's just about breaking up, and all the judges are sort of standing now, shaking hands with people who are watching, and kind of schmoozing.
Yeah, she'll kind of like make her way, kind of weasel her way up, and kind of try to get herself in front of the judges and be like, "Hi, Mr. Jarrett."
Make a heart roll. Let's see what kind of presence to cut through the crowd.
No, of course not. Okay.
I knew Justin could do it, but it'd be more fun to see.
Exactly, of course. Yeah. Good, that's a 0 successes.
Oh no.
No, it's better this way.
And he just walks right past you, kind of like looking at other people and shaking hands with other people, and just sort of pushes right past you.
And he sends the biggest stink eye to Justin, and then like goes and like will continue to try and continue to fail, I'm sure, to like, it's loud in here, there's a lot of people, she's short, like, okay. Is he walking around with his dog, or are the dogs like set still up like on their little like leashes next to where the press conference
he's
was?
holding the dog with him and walking with it.
Okay, next time he stops for someone, and he's gonna like crouch down and like, hi dog, like talk to the dog, not like touch because you don't want to touch, but like hello, like hi, it's so nice to meet you. Like,
Okay. Make another heart roll.
oh, no.
Is there any way I can help?
Can I get anything of like, we've talked about like prepare, like setting up, doing some sort of like setup, you get a bonus die because I talked to him once already? No, I don't think that would actually do anything.
Yeah, you can get a bonus die
Or-
if you sort of
'cause I've-
take actions that
I
later
like
make
when I
things
searched, I
logically
know about
easier.
this dog now, like I've searched, like I know about him and his dog. Does that give me any preparation to like if I use the dog's name?
It
like,
sure could. Yeah. What
Okay.
would you do?
Okay, so she's basically gonna be like, what was this dog's name that I was found online?
The dog's name is Samson.
Samson, that's my dog's name.
Aw.
Yeah, he's a big Samoyed though. Okay, so basically, so she's just gonna kind of like crouch down and be like, "Oh my gosh, hi, Samson. Big fan. I so like literally gonna talk to this dog like she was gonna like the thing she was gonna say to this human man, like, oh, I'm just like such a big fan. It's so amazing to meet like that. That's her
Okay,
thing.
that totally works. You can have the extra die
Okay.
for preparing.
Okay.
Basically, it's like
You see, like in the background, you see Justin like giving you a thumbs up.
One success. I
One
got
success.
a 1. I got a 1.
And Miles Jarrett looks down at you, and he's sort of just like, "Oh, you like Dalmatians, huh?"
Not just Dalmatians, sir. This Dalmatian. I've followed your career through here, but specifically Mr. Samson here. Big fan of him. I was, I would get an autograph from him if I could, but no thumbs. But could I get an autograph from you? She kind of like stands up from where she was sitting with the dog.
Give me a heart roll.
No. Okay. Ooh, do I get any bonus for that one?
No.
Okay. Here we go.
3.
3 dice. That's a 6, baby. I'm appealing to his dog.
Yeah, 6 is just a bare success. So he sort of he's like, yeah, sure. And he kind of takes a pen from his pocket and he writes his name on the pamphlet and hands it back to you. And he's just like, have a good day, miss. And he just keeps going into the crowd.
It was kind of, I was like expecting Justin to like jump in and do something weird, and then it's just like looks back at him from across the crowd and goes, and then comes back. He comes back to him.
So, did you get an autograph? Did you get anything in writing from him?
I mean, he signed it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And I'll take the autograph and I'll take the note I found in the fridge. I want to try and compare the handwriting.
Make a mind roll, and you can add. You said calligraphy was one of the stretch uses of your street magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can add 2 for that.
Yes. Okay. Mine.
And you, by the way, by my count, you have 3 bond points.
Yes.
So if you want to pass one of those.
And you both have an epiphany point.
Yes.
I will use my bond point from never count on me to show up on time when I bump up that dice up by 1.
I think you can. I think we said like you can you can juice. You could probably throw all 3 on if you wanted. Not that you want to do that here, but I think there's no like. I think that's like.
Yeah,
you
your
can
bond
if you have
points
a
are
bunch.
yours
You
to
can.
spend.
Yeah, and I just need 1. I think I'm already rolling 5 die.
Yeah,
I got 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Look, you're not a scientific expert in handwriting or anything, but they look pretty similar. You feel like if these are not the same handwritings, it's a hell of a coincidence.
I like kind of you see Justin looking at the notes and the autograph and just kind of nodding, and then shows it to Annie. You see the eyes, pretty much exactly the same, even though the way they dot it and the E's.
Oh my god!
They were
He was in that house.
Yeah.
Why would he kill her? If he killed her, why? What's the motive? Why? Who has all the corgis? Are they all descendants of his dog? Or all of them?
The names. Wait, I'm gonna rush to the board of names that we know have like Dal Morgis.
Okay.
Are they all fem names?
With 5, hold on.
Because I think Justin's brain goes, oh, if they were dating, maybe he was kind of hooking up with more than just one person in this competition.
Okay. What I'll say is...
I don't know, this guy just feels very het to me.
The name of the missing Dalmorgi was Smidge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you look at the list.
You meant the humans.
Oh, I meant the trainers. Sorry.
Oh, the trainers.
Yeah.
Oh, a handful of them, seem to have what you would guess are femme names, sure.
Yeah. But not enough for me to be like, okay, though, this, I don't know.
No, it's pretty evenly split. Let's say,
Okay.
What did we say? 5 dogs were missing.
Yeah.
Say 3 are sort of, look like they would be maybe, presumptively male names, and,
Okay.
the other 2 are femme names.
I think you see Justin display and go, damn it, he really felt like a sleazy piece of. I guess I wasn't onto it.
Okay, so all of these, like, this is dog show stuff. They're all really into like pedigree and things. Do they have like lineage stuff available? Like, if I find these dogs, do they have registries? Like, is that a thing that like, is there like not listed in like a way like it should be listed and isn't? Or like I want to know if like all these dogs that were supposed to be in the show and aren't, if they're from the same, like, are they from the same litter? Are they?
I'll tell you what. Okay. Those lineages are reported to the dog show, but they're not necessarily public.
Yeah, I wanna see what I can dig up.
Like computer wise?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Ooh, hold on. Is there like a front desk here, like a
Yeah, like an information desk or something. Sure.
Yeah. Do they have like a computer setup kind of a thing?
Sure.
How do you feel about distracting somebody for like 5 minutes?
5 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, sure. I'll figure something out.
Okay, let's go break the law again, and we're gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna take him over to the front desk info desk, and be like, I need to get into the computer.
Yeah. I would like to invoke a bond. Not get a bond point from it, of course. I think we can only use it. We only get.
Yeah, you get a bond point
once.
from one each. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would like to invoke it and say that I know this person at the front desk.
A lot of people, because a lot of people know you in Costa Vega,
and they were a boyfriend of mine, an ex now, and I think we ended on like okay terms. And I'm going to be like, "Hey, Eric, how you doing?"
Oh, hey, I'm good.
I didn't
Very
know you were
good.
working this show.
Yeah, I'm working.
Do you wanna? Don't laugh, Caitlin. I'm trying.
Sorry, I'll mute myself. Go for it.
Listen, Jack, have never done this before. This is weirdly enough stretching my role playing way further than ever before. Hey. Okay. Doesn't help. That makes it honestly even harder to concentrate. Okay. It's been a while. How are you working now? Do you want to like get a drink? I know it's almost lunchtime.
Make a heart roll.
Okay. I personally refuse to use public speaking because I think even Justin is floundering.
You brought this upon yourself.
I know. 3 successes. 6-1-1.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
Even
you
Justin
know
cannot
what? That
fail.
sounds very nice. And it's like, Barry, I'm taking 10.
And when they get up, I'm gonna put an arm around their shoulder and just start talking. Just be like, "It's been ages. What have you been up to?" And just keep going like, "Have you been working out?" And then just
and they walk away together. And
it gives you like a, and then we'll like circle around back behind the table and like set ourselves down. Is there like any sort of like name tags or anything around here, even if they're empty, like as like a volunteer's desk?
Yeah, sure.
She just slaps one. It doesn't have anything.
It says, "Hello, my name is Ernie."
Oh yeah, amazing! Ooh, amazing. She slaps that on real quick, and then she gets in the computer, and she's gonna try to see if she can pull up some like registry stuff, because this is like if they have like the check-in and whatever, and like I want to see what I can pull up about all the dogs, and then she's just gonna like email them to herself.
All right, give me a mind roll.
Okay.
Computer bonus.
Okay. I think okay. And I've used both of my.
You have used.
I've used both of my bonds that I had available.
Both of your bond points, yeah.
Yeah. 2 successes. I'm in the computer. I'm in the actual computer.
You're in the actual computer, yes. So it's like it's not a hacking situation, really. And we're going to say that they're not smart enough to keep the thing locked down because, yeah, it's a dog show, and Eric wasn't really paying attention when he walked away. So you get in, and with 2 successes, you're able to navigate the system pretty easily, and you find the files on the dog's lineages. And you can see that all of the missing Dalmorgies report their lineage as coming from Weaver the Corgi.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the other dog is unlisted in every case.
Okay. And is that just to like check, just picking a dog at random? Does it normally have both? If it's like a pedigree dog, it normally have both.
Yes. Overwhelmingly, the dogs seem to, you kind of, file through them all, like kind of just hitting forward. And overwhelmingly, there are some instances where, one or the other is not listed, but mostly yes.
Okay, amazing, cool. Yeah, she sends it to herself, and then she hightails it out of there.
Okay.
She actually, so as she like gets up to like, someone is like probably walking up to the info center as she's like getting up, and she goes, "Sorry, we're closed," and she like closes the laptop and like runs.
and yeah, and as you're like running away, they're just like, "But Ernie, I just needed." Okay. And
Or I think she's sorry, lunch break.
you meet up with Justin, let's say outside in the parking lot by the moped, and okay, what do you do?
All of them?
I
All
think
of them?
I have a date.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Dead woman. Dogs
yeah,
are all
yes.
lineage of her dog. Confirmed. Also
Okay.
very happy for your date. I hope. Good thing?
I will see.
Yeah.
We weren't really compatible in college. So I don't
It's
know if
been a
we're going to
while.
be compatible. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has been a
It's-
while. We'll see.
Missing dogs. Missing dogs.
Yes.
All 5 of them that were on the roster now aren't.
Yeah.
Including, well, okay, we know of 6 then for sure, because there were 5 that were on the roster and then weren't, and then there was no ladybug at Ashley's house, right? There were no Dalmorgies.
No ladybug.
No ladybug.
No
So
smidge.
we know of at least 6, 7.
Yes.
We know of Smidge was entered, right? And that,
Smidge is entered, but
no,
Smidge is
Smidge
also
wasn't
missing.
entered. The
Wasn't- okay.
Henry was going to bring him to the show.
oh my gosh. Okay, so we know of 7 missing Dalmorgies. Is that
Yes.
that feels like a reasonable size for a litter of puppies?
Yes.
Okay.
But the breeder is dead. The only
Yes.
one we know of is Miles Jarrett.
So
how
that's
do
the other
we-
thing. The Dalmatian in this Dalmorgie mix is not listed for any of them, and she has it up on her phone, and she like she had like pulled out the pedigree lineages of those specific dogs. And I was like, not a single one of them has the Dalmatian lineage listed, but all of them come from Weaver.
Hmm.
So, do we just go like? I don't know what to do now. Do we go and I mean, hold on. Tomorrow's the actual competition. Today is still just like
Show. Yeah, like just exhibiting.
I think we need more
Yeah.
need more info. Should we go
Well,
where is he keeping
Mike,
them?
Miles is here.
Yes. Where is he keeping the dogs?
That's what I mean. Miles is here, which means he's not.
Wherever
at
they
his
are.
house.
His house. He would have a setup for a dog. He has his dog. He's got Samson, so
Yeah.
there would be
And
dog.
even if they're
lyric.
not there, we can probably find something else.
Yeah.
More evidence, maybe.
Okay.
Do you think you could figure out where he lives? He's a local celebrity, I guess. I don't know if that'll make it as public or easily searchable.
We're gonna go back to our dad's house. Go back to our dad's house because he for sure has a phone book.
Phone book. Okay, yeah, you have the internet. You don't need a phone book. Okay, but
You don't. It doesn't. You cannot find people's addresses online like that easily. It's very hard. You'll
Yeah.
find someone who's like with the same name who lives in like Nebraska, and it's not. It is not. It is difficult to find someone's like actual address unless it is like explicitly listed online. You can
well, it's the middle of
sometimes
the
find
day,
one.
so your father is at work. But
Yeah, so we go back to
you
his
let
house.
yourself into the house and you find his white pages, and you go digging for Miles Jarrett, and you do not find anything.
Damn it. Crap.
Okay. Well, he probably has an office.
Yeah.
He wouldn't keep the dogs at the office. Maybe he would.
Wait. So if, from what we understand, he was dating Ashley, lived in Ashley's house long enough for it to make sense to leave this note, maybe there are some receipts in the trash. It seemed like she
Ashley-
died before she got to.
Okay, well, if the cops had searched it, they would have found if a bunch
Would've
of
found
Dalmorgies lived there.
Yeah.
Or
Oh no, I
hiding.
mean the trash is in some receipt or evidence or
This is true. We can also do
Miles.
that. But I was like, oh, I guess that's a place that houses lots of dogs. It's a place he could stash a bunch of dogs, especially if he knew she was dead. But
You know, I don't think he probably kept the dogs there. No, I think if we want to find out Miles's address, maybe it's on something in the trash laying around.
Okay.
That's my only other guess.
all right,
Um,
let's go break
I
into
am
a dead
going to
woman's
use an
house.
epiphany point.
Yeah, okay.
As I'm speaking this all out to Annie.
Yeah, an epiphany point, sure. As you were talking it all out, suddenly the kind of pieces start coming together for you. You've never really functioned at this level as a PI before, and you don't really, it's like you solve some cases as a kid, little kid cases and stuff, but the feeling of like sort of seeing the parts come together and making realizations and cracking the case is a new thing for you. But you have all the evidence, and it suddenly occurs to you, it's like Miles Jarrett had 2 drawers at Ashley May's house because he was staying there sometime because they were having an affair. That's why he called her babe. And his dog must have come with him at some point, and his Dalmatian and that corgi made a line of Dalmorgies.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, he killed her. And he took a picture of himself off the wall to hide that he had ever been there. But then he realized the genetics of those Dalmorgies would prove that their dogs knew each other and would prove that he knew Ashley Mays. So he would have to get rid of all the Dalmorgies to cover up his involvement completely.
And I think like halfway through his sentence, he just stops as all of this starts connecting in his head, and then he like grabs Annie by the shoulders and goes, "I think I figured it out. Oh, thank you for being the Watson to my Sherlock. I think you helped. Bird dog, I get it. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna like go through all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we?
I think we just have to make him confess.
Okay.
Old school style.
Oh, I think absolutely.
Okay.
There's a lot of microphone. There's a lot of microphones at that event.
Yeah.
Is there like a backstage?
I
think
there's a staging area.
Yeah. Okay. Do we go back tomorrow? What? It's like getting. It's like later afternoon, isn't it?
I did sleep for quite a while.
Yeah, I think we. Yeah, it's like more evening. They're probably. I mean, if we spent a couple of hours, it's already like almost dinner time kind of a thing.
Sure, it could be. Why you want to do it during the final dog show?
Yeah, I feel like just that feels more like dramatic. So if we want to say like that the show like they wrap up at like 5 every day, and so we're like at our dad's house, like, well, shoot, we missed the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wind up back at your dad's house. It is.
We're there with
Tuesday night
with the book with the phone book.
Oh right, yeah, you're at your dad's house, but you stay.
Yeah.
And you have dinner with Caleb again.
Mm-hmm.
This time he brings in Cajun food.
Amazing.
And
it's the dad special, the takeout.
Yeah.
And he does not bring up anything this time. It's a mostly quiet meal. Real quick, anything else you need to do tonight?
I would send the deputy a text, just be like, hey, just a heads up, I think you should probably be there tomorrow at the dog show. Just kind of have a feeling you might find something useful there. And just text that.
And you just get back, dude, with a lot of views.
I love him.
I'll just send like the other like kind of this kind of emoji, and then put my phone away. Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Then let's say it is the next day. And the big dog show starts at like 4 p.m. let's say. And because it is televised on some crap channel. And it's 4 p.m. Pacific to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern, so the whole country can watch if they got nothing else to do.
Yeah, we show up, and I think we go in early.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
I feel
thing.
like we go in early. Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels right.
Do we know who the announcer of the show is? Is it kind of like they announce it early, like, oh, we have a guest announcer, we have blah, blah, blah?
Sure. The guest announcer is KTCV local news
Yeah.
anchor Katie Lee McGee.
Yeah. We love her.
Katie Lee McGee of KTCV local news is played by Deborah Ann Wall, and she is the biggest name in local news.
So let's make sure I got that right. Katie Lee McGee.
Katie Lee McGee.
Katie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh no.
KTCV.
Okay. The thing I got planned is gonna be. They're probably gonna hate me if they recognize me. So as we walk in, I assume we see like the people who are meant to be here early, like the people setting up the stage and everything, rushing around. Do we see Katie around?
Yes, she is surrounded by a little bit of an entourage. There's somebody fixing her hair and doing her makeup, and another person talking to her about a thing and showing her like pictures of dog breeds and helping her remember her speech.
Does she have like a pass or anything like that to show that she's meant to be like backstage or around the stage area when she does get up there?
Sure. Yeah, she's got like a little clip-on identifier.
I turn to Annie and go, just follow my lead.
You got it, boss. And
I'm going to like grab something that looks like it needs to be moved as everyone's like setting things up, and walk past Katie and trip. And I want to try and fall and take the badge off of her as slightly as possible.
Okay. Give me a speed roll, because speed accounts for dexterity and sleight of hand, and you can use. Well, no, you can't use your street magic.
I can't use street magic for this.
Sorry.
2 successes.
But at 2 successes, you managed to pull it off very smoothly.
Quickly pocket and go, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Katie. I'm such a big fan. I'm very sorry. I'm honestly haven't had my coffee. I've just been running ragged. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
No worries at all. I'm fine. Don't forget to watch me on KTCV TV.
I never do. Trust me, I never forget. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Okay, and I'll pick up it's probably that fencing that you put around the stage or something. I'll probably pick that up again, just hurry up as if I'm going to do some more work.
Kind of do like a wide berth around there to like not get into anyone's eye line and try to like meet you where you're headed.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you get get right in.
Okay, and I go to Annie and go, okay, so if you just flash this really quickly, maybe cover the picture on it, we could probably get in the
Is
back.
it just text? Is it like her ID, or is it just say like backstage, stage pass?
No, it's got like a picture of her.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you flash like this, and I show flash and just have my finger covering the picture, we should just quickly get in.
Okay.
And we can use that to get to Mike can announce it very publicly. And just watch Mike. I keep saying Jack. Keeps saying Mike. I'm just gonna make it so Justin keeps getting his name wrong as well.
Love it.
Mike could flounder in front of everyone.
Cool.
Miles,
okay.
Miles.
Sure. Let's just see if we can get back with everybody. Maybe we can strike up a conversation.
Okay.
And you're walking that direction, and there's somebody checking badges at the door.
Hey, and I just quickly flash try to walk past.
Give me a speed roll.
Oh God. 1 success.
And the door checker is a little distracted at the moment. A bunch of dogs started barking down the hall, so he kind of looks away when you flash the badge, and the two of you just kind of walk right by, no problem.
Ooh, you just gotta pretend, walk like you're meant to be here.
Okay.
You are now like right backstage.
You see if you can go find Miles. Get chatting. I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna peel off and find like some like tech bins, like the like the rolling carts of like microphones and stuff.
Okay.
And see like they'll have like these are ready. These have been like tested for the day, and these are like the ones that are offline. And she wants to try to see if she can grab one that's already been like testing, like good to go.
Give me a mind roll.
Okay. Computers. I'm looking for tech.
Yeah, sure. Meanwhile, Justin, you spot Miles Jarrett. He's standing in a corner, kind of rehearsing his speech, and these dogs are the finest in the world. These dogs are the finest. These dogs are the finest in the world. And just kind of, trying stuff out. What did you get, Caitlin?
2.
Okay. You managed to find yourself a functional recorder. You're looking for a camera or an audio recorder? What was you looking for?
Oh no, I want a microphone that is.
Oh, a microphone.
That is ready. That has got the speakers. It is ready to go.
Yeah, you absolutely find one of the sound checked microphones.
Okay.
You kind of you click it up and you hear like the whole pop and all the PA.
So she'll click it back down, yeah. And then she's just gonna kind of slowly meander and kind of hide out nearby.
As I was walking, could I find like a bunch of like papers, like someone left behind, like whatever the itinerary is, or like a clipboard, just something I can grab onto to look more like I'm meant to be here?
Yeah, I think so.
And grab that, and I think you see him like he walks past, like I don't know, maybe there's something, a reflective surface, and he goes, "Ooh, I look a bit too put together," and like messes his hair up just to look like he's very frazzled, and he's gonna rush into the area that Miles is in, and just go, "Okay, Mr. Jarrett, are you okay? Is everything okay? Do you need anything dealt with? Do you have water? I think we need to get you water. We need to get you a bottle of water." And I'm just gonna like,
I don't need water. I'm fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're fine?
We have trust me. I run a huge bank. I know if I'm fine.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure everything's okay. We're just honestly running a little bit behind. Do you need anything else from me other than water? Then maybe.
If I need something from you, I will tell you. Jesus.
Okay. Of course. I'm very sorry.
Who hires? Never mind.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit on edge.
Yes, you are.
I got a message from someone that wanted to speak to you. I think they were Ashley. Ashley. God, what's her name? Maze.
Give me a heart roll.
Okay. 3 successes.
And he sort of, his face falls, and he's, where?
It was a phone call. They wanted to let me tell you something about a Dalmorgi, something like that. Apparently,
and he just like pushes right past you and starts headed back towards.
Mr. Jarrett, we are way too far behind. I can send a message for you. Is this serious? And I follow after Miles.
And
I try to impose myself
in
in front of him.
Yeah, and he sort of keeps moving towards the backstage area where the the nearest house phone is, and he's sort of like, what do you want from me?
I can send a message to what do you need me to say? We just need you. You're going to be needed up soon.
I don't need you to send a message. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just need to run something by you because that wasn't the end of the message. Well, what I understand was that apparently you were having something about an affair. Were you having an affair with this Ashley? It's fine. I won't be.
And who are you?
I'm Martin Gold. I was hired recently to run things.
How do you know?
How do I know? I'm just saying everything that was told to me by this Ashley Maze. Sorry.
You talked to Ashley.
Yeah. She called about.
Give me a heart roll.
2 or 3 minutes ago.
Are they back? Are they to the backstage area now? Is that where?
Yeah.
That's where he was headed? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna use public speaking.
Level 3, baby, use it.
And I'm going to put one of my bond points into this as
Yeah,
well. I think I have 2 more, so now that would leave me with one more left.
What are you doing while this is going on, Annie?
I guess she's hiding. Like I said,
Okay.
she's just hiding. She's got her mark. She's ready. She's also prepared for this to go a completely different way. And if she needs to jump in and start talking to him, she will. But like, we'll see what happens.
5 successes.
Holy moly!
5 out of 6 die. 5 successes.
How close are you, Annie? Like, are you within microphone distance now? Or?
That was the goal, was to just be like backstage when Justin gets him talking, and to be like nearby.
Okay.
So if I
let's
would
say
like to be near him. That would have been the goal.
You are absolutely now in earshot. And that's impossible. Ashley Mays can't call here.
Why is it because, wait, hold on. And I'm gonna like look down at my clipboard and just look as if I'm reading something and just go, she mentioned you paid her a visit a couple of days ago, that you might have taken something. Do you have a photo? Apparently it's a really important photo that went missing after you visited. Just let me know where it is and I can go get it and hand it over to her.
He kind of like looks around and he like reaches into his waistband and he pulls out a small gun. And he holds it very low and he's just like, I don't know how you know what you know, but it ends here.
Mr. Jarrett, I will be honest, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Oh, no. You don't get to walk right in here and tell me that I killed Ashley. That's what you're getting at, isn't it?
You killed Ashley?
Yes, I killed Ashley, just like I'm about to kill you.
I would say that would be the microphone squeal. I killed Ashley. Is that what you're getting at? And then you killed Ashley? Yeah, I killed Ashley. I'm about to kill you. That would have been yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of raises his gun, and
Annie stands up.
Yeah.
Out of where she was hiding and says into the microphone, would you like to repeat that louder for the rest of the arena? And she's gonna put the microphone up to him.
Like, no, I don't want to. And he kind of freezes, and as he's freezing, right through the back door comes Sheriff's Deputy Wayne Gill, and he does not have a gun drawn. In fact, you don't even see one on him. And he kind of just rushes back there, and he's just like, "Hey, I'll take that. And he reaches and kind of snatches the gun right out of Miles Jarrett's hand, and he's like, "Well. Looks like I've got you, Mr. Jarrett."
Nice one.
Extremely good catch, Deputy Wayne.
And Miles Jarrett just kind of looks over at him and kind of looks around, and sort of people are now filling in the room and surrounding him. And he's just like, she was going to tell my wife. I couldn't let that happen. And
looks like you just did. As the microphone is still on.
And as Wayne Gill puts him into cuffs and arrests him, you are under arrest for the murder of Ashley Mays, Mr. Jarrett. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will, blah, 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 blah. Over the next day or so, you find out that Miles Jarrett has been booked for the murder of Ashley Mays. He confessed. It is exactly like you thought. He killed her and then went around trying to get all the corgis to prevent any chance that their association could ever become known. But, of course, he wasn't counting on you. And he eventually tells the sheriff's department that he was keeping the corgis at a Apogee Bank construction site, like a shed. And he was waiting to have them all and then have the time to get rid of them somewhere out of town. But the sheriff was able to reclaim them and return all the dogs to their owners except Smidge, who they brought to you. And Wayne Gill personally dropped off Smidge with you and said, I think this is that dog you were looking for, right?
Yeah, thank you. And I like gently hold Smidge in my hand.
Well, where's Ladybug?
Ladybug is returned to Ashley May's family.
Okay, because I was gonna say this little guy might need a friend, and she kind of shuffles the head, Smidge's head.
I think that would be up to Miss Church. I don't know if we'll want to put more on their plate.
But it's something out there. Ashley May's family just acquired a lot of dogs, so maybe we put them in contact.
So you go on over to the church home, and you return Smidge to Gracie, and Gracie turns around and gives Smidge to Henry, and Henry gives her a big hug and's like, "Thanks, sis." And Gracie's just like, "I've always got your back, bro." And let's say later that evening, you are back at the houseboat, just kind of hanging out and celebrating your victory. And Annie, your phone rings. You look at it. It is your father, Caleb.
Who is it?
It was Dad.
You might as well answer it. The longer you wait, the worse it'll be.
Fair enough. And she picks up, puts him on speaker. Hey, Dad, you're on speaker.
Hey, Annie. So I just wanted to check in and, get an answer on that. Do you want me to hook you up with my contacts at that other law firm or not?
And I think unspoken bond, Annie looks over at Justin.
I think because who Justin is as a person, he's in his normal clothes, but he's got a scuba goggles and snorkel on, but he does make eye contact.
I think I'm good for now. I think I might have something lined up. I'll keep you posted, though.
And right on that, we're going to end it. Oh my God, that was such a great first game.
We started a detective agency. Oh no.
So real quick, let's tell everyone where they can find us, starting with Jack.
Yeah, hi, I'm Draco Draconics. You can follow me on Twitter at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. I stream all over the place. Honestly, I don't know what I'll be up to when this comes out. So just follow me on Twitter to find out what I'm doing at that time at any given moment, because it's probably a lot.
Caitlin Bruder.
I'm Caitlin Bruder. You can find me and all the things I'm doing on Twitter at KKAMABR. I'm currently here. I stream on Cryptic Studios channel. We play Star Trek on Monday nights. And then, Thin Places Radio, podcast I edit and produce. It's a kind of spooky call-in show from nowhere. All the episodes are 10 minutes or less, and it is available on all podcast platforms. I hope you check it out. I love it very much, and I hope you will too.
And I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and everything at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Cases RPG on Twitter and keep up to date on everything we're doing here. I will be back here next week with these two experienced detectives. And I'm really psyched about it. Oh my God. Thank you for an incredible first game. And I think...
Get started. The number of puns I refrained from today.
No, admirable restraint. So, yeah, on that, we're going to call this case closed, and we will see you next week.